Welcome to this exclusive production of Concho Sports Network. Football on Concho Sports Network is presented by W&W AFCO Steel. Football on Concho Sports Network is also brought to you by the following: Mathis Law Firm, Shenanigans, Texas Bank, Schur's Landscape Company, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, West Texas Rehabilitation Center, Best Tex, San Angelo To Go, Gandy Inc., VGI Technology, Brentwood Family Fellowship.
Go to the gate and buy a football break.
From Hawk Stadium in Wall, Texas, Wall High School Football 2020 is on the air on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by W&W AFCO Steel. The Friday night lights are on, and it is senior night. Some of these kids are going to be playing here at Hawk Stadium for the final time tonight as they take on the Early Longhorns. It's Wall versus Early, wrapping up the regular season here tonight in Wall. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us on Concho Sports Network. I'm Darren Prater. Chad Curry is alongside, and man, it is great to see you. It feels like it has been forever since we've been in this booth, man.
I try to count it up. I know it's been weeks, months. I know we tried to predict a schedule a long time ago, and we were way off, but reality is nobody had any idea what we'd be playing. So glad to be back here, and most importantly.
It has been a very surreal season, to say the least. We had a forfeit against Breckenridge, plus a non-district showdown against Shiner, which would have been very entertaining. Didn't happen due to COVID as well. But here we are, looking forward to the playoffs. Coach Houston guys, Wall Hawks, come in at 6-3. They are 3-1 in district, sitting at number 2. They have wins over Eastland, Cisco, Mason, and Clyde. The losses were a home loss to Cornerstone Christian of San Antonio, very good football team. They lost on the road to Midland Christian and top 10 ranked Jim Ned 28-8. Therefore not in the top 10, as Jim Ned is now a top 10 team in the district and sitting at number 1. So first, the bad news: the 9-year run of district titles is coming to an end this season. But we have a whole new season to look forward to in just a week as the playoffs get underway. Despite the road losses, a really convincing win against Clyde last week. 474 yards on the ground, 3 100-plus yard rushers in one game. So they're looking good coming into this, but where do you think this team stands as we get ready to wrap up the regular season?
Well, you know, for kids in a community, they work so hard, they don't enjoy the losses, but it's unfortunately just part of sports and the games that go on. But coming into tonight, after a good, solid win versus a great Clyde team, on senior night, they're looking to put a great performance together before they start their next season of the year. We used to kind of talk about it. Your non-district's your first part of the season, your district's your second. But most importantly, this playoff run starting, if we can have a great night tonight, stay focused, stay healthy, most importantly, that's gotten the Hawks a little bit here and there through the season. But be healthy, be ready to go, be focused, have a great win tonight, and hopefully get ready for Boyd next week.
Do you remember your last game?
I do.
Playing here?
I do. It was a wonderful night. It was a cold night. Family here. You know, your mom and dad are down there with you, and you're excited. There's pictures of me being more intense about the game than my family being there. I still have those. But your buddies, your memories, those were a wonderful time, and thankfully we got out of there with a W that night.
The opponent tonight, Coach Daniel Price, brings his Early Longhorns to town. They return 3 on offense and 6 on defense, a young team. They were 3-7 last year, 0-5 in the district. This year, improved. Not a bad football team. They're 5-4 overall, 2-2 in District 3-3A. That puts them at 4th with wins over Toller, Merkel, Grape Creek, Breckenridge, and TLCA. They lost to a good Bangs team, Clyde, Comanche, and top 10 Jim Ned. They're coming off a big win. They scored a lot of points over TLCA, 53-6 last week. So they have some confidence, but again, this is a young Early football team. What do you think about these guys?
So one of the best things for them them. With that new coach coming in last year, 3-7 start, moving forward, they've made the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. That's already clinched the spot for it. But looking at them pregame, talking to some of the coaches beforehand, they have some athleticism and some youth, and so they can be dangerous. They're in a new spot for them. They know tonight, regardless, they're going to be in the playoffs, but they know if they win by 12 points, they might be able to jump into third. If they win by 14 points or more, it makes a little more difference in the game, and a lot of that playoff stuff comes to the end. So they can be a very dangerous team tonight for Wall. Hope the Hawks themselves don't take them as the old Early, but as the new Early, and get real focused and have a good chance to go get them tonight.
Yeah, I used to live in the area. I remember Early's old field. I understand they have a pretty spiffy new field over there in Early. I haven't seen that yet. They are led by a sophomore quarterback. We'll talk more about Jackson Price and Early Longhorn personnel coming up. I want to mention we are in the First Community Credit Union press box, but it is the Herb Biederman booth, and for very good reason. We saw him honored on the field earlier. He called games here for 52 years.
Wow.
Since 67, when they went 11-man. He didn't this year due to COVID. Needless to say, it's been a crazy year. But let's honor Herb Biederman. This is the Biederman booth now.
No, that's fantastic. You have a legend like that that's been around, seen a lot, seen the success that Wall's had over all these years, know these kids, know these communities, and then to be rewarded like that with a great honor. Excited for Wall, excited that the board put that together for him. And so that's always a legacy that we'll always remember here in Wall, Texas.
It's what's always so special about small towns and football. You have your local legends, and you always want to see them for many, many more years. It's Wall and Early tonight. We're about 8 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to talk about the keys to the game and the players to watch for both teams when we return on the Wall Hawk pregame show. We'll be back after this on Concho Sports Network.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street.
Bestech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Bestex Supply or bestex.com.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
Church Landscape Company is as well rooted in the
Wall Hawk Stadium, it's senior night as the Wall Hawks prepare to go to war against the Early Longhorns here on the new turf in Wall tonight. We're about 6 minutes away from kickoff. This is the Wall Hawk pregame show brought to you by W&W AFCO Steel. I'm Darren Prater. Chad Curry is alongside. Wall Hawks come in 6-3, 3-1 in district. Unfortunately, will not be the district champs for the first time in 9 years. But the real good news, despite a couple of losses on the road, 474 yards against Clyde last week, 3 100-yard-plus rushers in one game. They had some offensive production woes in the weeks preceding that, but looks like they're in pretty good shape here. So let's talk about First of all, some players to watch for the Wall Hawks tonight.
Well, talking with Coach Guy today, last week, they were able to move some guys around, change up a few things because of injuries, but evidently it paid off, as those stats you just talked about. But Gabe Haskins is going to be at quarterback, executed the offense wonderfully last week. I know Coach wants to continue that on today. Drew Morrison played just straight linebacker. During the year he took a couple hits and things like that, so trying to get him on one side, they said he excelled at that position and not having to worry necessarily both sides. And kudos to a senior, kind of understanding that and fitting into that role. That's fantastic. Of course, the running backs, Chase Rios and Dominic Garcia, and you can just keep on going down the line, are always big impacts for the Hawks, and Tate Williams and the Luke Lipsy, the big guys up front. And so Coach excited about those young men. I know keys to the game with them, especially those kind of moves and changes, is to continue last week's success, keep managing the ball on offense, putting points on the board, and defensively for them is making sure they control the quarterback and running back for early. They're both very fast kids, and even talking to the early coaches, if they get that running game going, they feel pretty confident in their ability.
The Longhorns scored 53 over TLCA last week as the Hawks come out onto the field. Sophomore quarterback for early, Jackson Price, 143 yards passing this year. The senior running back, Alex Jacobs, has 172 this year. Junior Trey Beam, 96 yards rushing. On defense, Trey Beam also has 18 solo tackles. He's the sack leader with 2 sacks. A few of the players to watch for the Longhorns tonight. Let's talk a little more about the Horns and what they need to do to win tonight.
Well, it was hard for me to get a hold of Coach Price, but the defensive coordinator was a coach I hired back in Miles, Rusty Clippinger, and so he kind of gave me the highlights. Number 78, Marcus Moreland, plays defensive tackle and offensive line for him. Said he's a big boy and he gets after it. So that could be a very disruptive person for the Hawks on both sides on the front of the ball. Trey Beam was a highlighted player, very quick, very fast kid for him, and also Alex Jacobs on both sides of the ball. And they said the young quarterback, too, Jackson Price, he's a young guy, but he's smart, gets the ball out of his hands in a hurry. And so talking with the Hawks, too, back on that, trying to get him disrupted can be a big thing to help the Hawks down the line.
Just a few minutes away from kickoff, and we're going to take a break. Then we'll be back with the much-anticipated Shirts Landscaping kickoff here on senior night. We'll be back. This is the Wall Hawk pregame show on Concho Sports Network.
Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Shirts Landscape has a large year-round retail plant nursery and is your local source for landscaping design and installation, lawn care and maintenance, and sprinkler installation. We offer free consultation and can work with any size job and budget. From the weekend do-it-yourself project to a full-scale installation, we look forward to working with you. Shirts Landscape Company, located at the corner of Knickerbocker and Johnson.
Come and see us at Shenanigans, the best sports bar and grill in San Angelo. We'll have every Central, Lakeview, and Wall home football game from Concho Sports Network to watch on our many big screen TVs. And don't forget to try our ribeye steak bits or chicken fried steak on Friday night. We also have NFL Sunday Ticket, so drop by for the best food in town every Friday and Sunday while you watch the game. Shenanigans, 3250 Sherwood Way.
As San Angelo's only locally owned bank, Texas Bank loves West Texas, and we love football. Strong traditions like West Texas football have roots that run deep, much like Texas Bank. For over 57 years, Texas Bank has called San Angelo home while building a reputation as one of the most successful banks in Texas. See what we have to offer, and we think you will agree. While other banks have branches, Texas Bank has roots.
Game with the Wall Hawks.
Back at Hawk Stadium, just about ready to go with the coin toss tonight as we wrap up the Wall Hawk pregame show on Concho Sports Network, brought to you by W&W AFCO Steel. Grayson Wiggins, a senior, at the 50-yard line for the coin toss, meeting John Stewart Gordon, the wide receiver defensive back for the early Longhorns. And the Shirts Landscaping kickoff will be coming up momentarily. But as I was saying, it's been a while since Wall has lost a district game, but might this be better for them in the long run heading into the playoffs to have a few tough games and instead of cruising through?
No, the tough games are always there are some of those as coaches you know they're going to be hard. You don't know what the outcome's going to be, but you love the test that you're going to get going into the playoffs for it. They're not going to get a gold ball this year for the district championship, but that doesn't mean they can't get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down the line. You know, if they play like they did last week versus Clyde, they've shuffled some things around. Maybe some of these changes and some of these things heading forward can, again, get them out of the momentum and roll. And, again, as you start winning trophies in the playoffs, you know, you won't say you're going to forget not winning the district title, but it makes it a heck of a lot easier, though, going forward.
There have been plenty of teams that didn't win the district title that did really good in the playoffs, even and some state championships.
Absolutely.
So you never know. They looked great against Clyde last week, especially the rushing game was great. So if they can crank that up early and get it going, could be a great night here on senior night. And what a healthy crowd, really, for both sides. Plenty of people from early as well. At the beginning of the year, I wasn't expecting the size of crowds that we had, but it's been very healthy.
It's good. It's Friday night football. I mean, goodness, we have so much going on in our world right now. To be able to get out here and just cheer on your favorite teams, it just makes everyone happier. So it's a great night for football.
Frankie Villarreal kicks it off. The Shirts Landscaping kickoff is up and away. The Hawks receive it at the 30, 35, 40, and out to about the 42-yard line is the return. And that is where the Wall Hawks will set up shop on their first possession, moving right to left. Your Angelo Aro Express starting lineups for the Hawks on offense. Gabe Haskins is going to be the quarterback tonight. He has 192 yards in the air so far. Dominic Garcia is at fullback. Your running backs, Kai Herbert and Chase Rios. The receiving core, Braden Jumper and Jacob Richardson. Luke Lipsy will snap the ball. Guard Shane Hoffman and Tate Williams, Reese Horton and Josh Balcom make up the rest of the RO Express starting lineup on offense for the Wall Hawks tonight. First carry, left side of the line, out past the 45 to the 48-yard line.
Now, the Wall Hawks there did a little X-over means they brought the receiver over to the strong side. Did a little toss out there to Dominic Garcia. They had the extra men. Early didn't adjust right there, and so that might be something Wall comes back to later in the game.
Gabe Haskins is a junior. He took off running and scored his first touchdown against Cornerstone Christian. Reverse to the right side, across midfield to the 45, and inside the 45-yard line is Kai Herbert on the carry.
Great run, a little inside counter. They're folded down, looked like a little reverse coming back out the back door. They kind of double-teamed number 78 there. Big Marcus Moreland there, got him moving, which, again, he's the dangerous player for early. Got him down the line, gave Herbert a little lane to the outside, and great little run right there.
Hawk offense, they love to run the flex bone. That's their trademark. That's what they do. Man in motion. Haskins hands off. And upended near the line of scrimmage is Dominic Garcia on the carry. Didn't get much that time as Early tripped him up right near the line.
Well, that was a great tackle by number 21, Tyson Tyler there for Early for it. Looking like a little outside linebacker came down, just somebody missed the block up front, part of it, and he was there to make a play when he did. So that's a great little slowdown of the Hawk offense after first two big plays for the Wall Hawks.
Trey Beam, wearing number 3 tonight, is the sack leader. He has 2 sacks for the Early Longhorns. Out of the flex bone, Haskins, hands off left side, 40-yard line, 35. And still on his feet is Chase Rios, adding to his 593 yards this year. He got a little more and a first down, a Texas Bank first down for the Wall Hawks.
Well, Leonard, a little misdirection right there. The early secondary is walking up and bailing out, but when that ball snapped, they're backpedaling. And a great play by number 53, Shane Hoffman right there, getting out and running and getting his hand on somebody, helping get a first down for the Hawks.
Texas Bank first down is at the 29-yard line. Haskins bows under. Looks like the same thing coming to the near side. 25 and inside the 20-yard line. Another tough run for Chase Rios, and Rios will be a few yards shy of a first down.
No, you're right there. That looked like the exact same play, same pull motion, things like that. Here's the Shenanigans instant replay. 53, Shane Williams pulling out Tate Williams with Shane Hoffman pulling out there, getting in front. Says still another big play in the big yard. So they like something right there. Again, I'm sure that'll be something they'll come back to.
John Stewart Gordon, the sophomore, on the stop for the Early Longhorns. And it is a Texas Bank first down. Ball is right around the 15-yard line. Kai Herbert in motion. He'll get the toss around the right side, inside the 10-yard line.
Well, Wallace taking a great advantage of numbers right there. They moved the back out to the right, had more people on the right side of the ball than the Early did. Gave a quick pitch out there, sealing the edge, getting positive yards. Good tackle by the safety there. I don't have his number yet right now, but good tackle by the Early safety. But the Wall Hawks are marching right now.
Wade Kennedy, one of the linebackers, has a sack couple of guys with sacks. Jeremy Brown has a pick this year. Also, Tyson Tyler has a pick for the early Longhorn defense.
Well, we got a penalty right now. It looks like an illegal chop block. So that means somebody from either outside the block came back in to get on low on somebody. Could have been a couple other things as well, but that's going to hurt the Hawks here. That helps out early after a big rush and series so far.
Moves the ball back to the 30-yard line.
So first and 25 is what it looks like. First and a long way.
I'm looking at the scoreboard. I think we may have a problem with the scoreboard. We're going to have to watch the down marker.
Like I said, we got one on the opposing side of the field for us. First down the opposing side of the field.
First possession for the Hawks. Penalty puts him back at the 30. Haskins wants to throw. Now he's going to run. Avoiding defenders. Haskins hit around the 26-yard line. You'll get a 4-yard gain out of it. Drop back to throw. Pressure came, and he made a little something out of nothing on that play.
Well, Braden Schwartz there for early got pressure in the backfield. Gabe stepped up. It looked like he had a little bit of lane, but Trey Beam, number 3, with a good tackle. So second and long here for the Hawks.
Just underway here on senior night. Hawks would love to march down and score early. They have to maintain discipline. Here's Haskins. And a short gain on the play for Haskins as he kept that one.
Yeah, I don't know if he made the right read or not. Coach is kind of getting on to him for it. The end came upfield. Probably should have been a give read to the fullback there, Dominique Garcia, but pulled it, almost shook off a tackle on it, and still making it third and long.
Third down wides to both sides. Double wings and the fullback as Haskins looks to the sideline. See what Coach Guy and company have cooked up for this one.
Well, Coach Clippinger and the early Longhorns defense right there showing some press, but bailing out before the snap. I'm assuming to see the same as third and long here, trying to disguise the coverage a little bit.
And whistles blow.
I think the Hawks called a timeout there is what it looks like.
All right, it's a Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout for the Wall Hawks, and we'll be back with more after this on Concho Sports Network.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
Back at senior night in Wall, just underway, 8:33 in the first quarter. No score, but the Hawks do have a third and long coming up after Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout. That leaves them with 2. Gabe Haskins, the junior, is quarterback. Haskins is sacked. Tried to avoid the rush. Couldn't get away.
61, Braden Schwartz put pressure on him earlier, got him that time. I was curious the Hawks might go for 2 downs on that, but I guess we still are here. 4th and still a long ways, but maybe they can cut this in half, make somebody miss and get a tackle or get a first down if they can.
Haskins has some moves. He avoided the pressure a few plays ago. This time, Braden Schwartz, the senior, was able to grab a hold of him and get a good sack for the early Longhorns. Now it is 4th down and 20.
Main thing here is try to get some positive yards. It's going to help you out defensively.
3 receivers slot right as Haskins, running for his life, now makes a move. Haskins, 25-yard line, and he is slammed to the ground around the 24, and the Longhorns, we'll see what their offense can do now.
Well, in the Chagans replay right here, number 3, Trey Beam, does a fantastic job of getting back into the play and making a phenomenal tackle. One of the players will watch there for the early Longhorns, and that was an impressive play, especially seeing it on replay.
Angelo Aro Express starting lineups for the very tough Wall Hawk defense. Tackles Tate Williams and Grayson Melton. At defensive end, Josh Balcom and Reese Horton. Balcom leads in sacks with 3 sacks this year. Linebackers, Drew Morrison, Pierce Stevens, and Bryson Ballard. And the defensive backs, Justice Watkins, Kai Herbert, Grayson Wiggins, and Tavin Espinoza.
Well, great tackle right there by number 55, Reese Hort. Kind of shot the gap inside. Couldn't quite tell what early was running there, but got a good tackle there, make it a 2nd and 10.
Longhorns, a very young team. They are led by a sophomore quarterback by the name of Jackson Price. 143 yards in the air, 13 of 32 so far this year. From the shotgun, handoff right side, and a nice tackle around the 22-yard line.
That's that Sikkim Bears commit, Tate Williams right there. A big boy, I think about 270, 280, hustling down that line. That was straight stretch outside. He just ran it down the line and made a great tackle. So again, as instant replay shows that again. We call that getting down the heel line. He didn't rush upfield. As soon as he went down the line, he went with it and made a phenomenal tackle.
Alex Jacobs, the senior, on the carry. That brings up 3rd down and 11. Hawks looking to get them off the field early.
Big down defensively here.
3 receivers from the shotgun. Rolling out to his left. Now he wants to run, and he will just step out of bounds around the 25-yard line. Not much there for Jackson Price. And that brings up 4th down for the Longhorns. It's 3 and out, and the Wallhawk defense doing what they should do.
Well, that was great. Everyone was picked up down the field, pressure on the quarterback, and smart play by a sophomore. Instead of trying to force something, stepped out of bounds, pretty much avoided the sack, got about a yard out of there, but great coverage by the Hawks secondary and great pressure on the quarterback.
Chase Rios around the 44-yard line to receive the punt. Frankie Villarreal, the punter for the Longhorns. And this is going to be in Wall's favor. Takes a big Wall bounce inside the 35-yard line. You really couldn't ask for much better field position than that.
No, it was about a 10-yard punt. The pressure got to the punter back there. He tried to get it off and just not get it blocked. And got, like I said, it's great field position for the Hawks. 9-10-yard punt there, and here we go again.
Moving the ball on the ground on their first possession. A penalty put the stops to it, though. See if the Hawks can put the pigskin in the promised land on this one. They are at the 34-yard line. 6:12 to go, first quarter. No score. Wall versus Early on Concho Sports Network from W&W AFCO Steel. Here's Haskins, counterplay, right side, 30, 25, inside the 20-yard line. That's Dominic Garcia.
Now, that was a great run there. Wall's given some different looks now. They had a double tight end to the top side, double slot to the left, which, again, this triple option, you can do all types of things there. Ran a little inside play there for Dominic Garcia. Great blocking up front. Good run.
Dominic Garcia, very hard to put down. 796 yards this year. Once he gets ahead of steam, it takes several people to bring him down. 19-yard line for Haskins and company. Toss Garcia left side, runs into a crowd, and the Longhorns will bring him down this time. He didn't get much at all on the play as Tucker Hale got to him first.
Well, like I said, same formation there. That little double tight end to the right, double slot to the left. Decided to do the weak side toss over there. Great job by the early Longhorns. Get down there and making a play. 2 yards on the gain. Here we go, 2nd and 8.
This early program looks to be going in the right direction.
I'm impressed so far. They look good. They're fast. They're physical. They look like a solid team, and especially one growing.
Braden Jumper is your receiver on the left side as Haskins gives the toss to Rios this time. Inside the 20-yard line, he'll go down at the 18.
All right, well, great there blocking by Josh Balcom, getting out front, locking on somebody, and Rios making the jump cut on the inside. Looks like we got about 3rd and short, but that was a great run here. Very manageable situation right now for the Hawk offense.
474 yards against Clyde last week, 3 100-yard rushers in one game. Rios had 2 touchdowns. Dom Garcia had 1. Kai Herbert had over 100 yards as well, and a touchdown.
Well, the Hawks been attacking the edge a lot, but they've had success inside as well, too. So as this pattern kind of works out, I'm curious to see what we keep on continuing with.
3rd down for the Hawks. Ball is on the 10-yard line. Man in motion. Haskins going to keep it inside the 5. Haskins upended near the goal line. He's going to be just short inside the 1-yard line, and that's going to be a 1st and goal and a Texas Bank 1st down.
Well, I almost said it in the middle of the broadcast right there, but that was a great read by Gabe Haskins. That end you see on the shenanigans, it's a replay. Dove on down, took the fullback, he pulled it. I thought maybe with the effort, leaning over, he had a touchdown off of it, but that was a fantastic read for a young quarterback in this offense.
Needless to say, they are in the Shirts Landscaping red zone. Garcia, the fullback, from inside the 1. Haskins hit near the line. He bounces off the tackle, and he's into the end zone. That's Haskins with a touchdown for the Wallhawks.
Great tough run. Shenanigans instant replay here. He takes a pop right off the start. Looks by number 33, Franklin Villarreal. Shakes it off, gets tough in the end zone. Hawks are up. Great job.
Now they finish the job. Cole Miller had a chance at him right there at the goal line and couldn't bring him down as well. Good run from Haskins.
Hawks running the swinging gate here.
They're going to go for 2. Here's the pass from Kai Herbert. He tried to hit Dominic Garcia, I believe, and it's out the back of the end zone.
It was Weston Sims out there. You got to love it. They showed the fly sweep motion to it. Must have saw something early in the film that time. They had him open a little bit, just a little overthrown. But great touchdown there for the Hawks, too, especially after not making it on the first series.
3:48 to go. The Hawks score on their second possession. It's 6-0. We'll be back with the Shirts Landscaping Hawk kickoff right after this on Concho Sports Network.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
6-0 Wall as the Hawks get ready to kick off. The Shirts Landscaping kickoff is up. Haskins scored from less than a yard out to put the Hawks on top. 2-point conversion, no good. And here is the early Longhorn return, and it's a good one. Bouncing off tackles out to the 35, past the 35-yard line. Good field position for the Longhorns.
We've mentioned his name a few times on defense. That's that number 3, Trey Beam again, one of the players to watch. A great run. God, he's got some quickness to him. You know, they went 3 and out their first series, but you can see they have some athleticism over there, and so going to be dangerous here going forward.
Again, a very young team for the early Longhorns and going in the right direction. You mentioned Coach Clippinger. I know him, by the way.
Yeah, from Brownwood and early in that area.
Yeah,
great young man.
When I lived there. Here's a short pass, and it's going to be just out of the hands of the intended receiver, Alex Jacobs, the senior.
Well, you know, he had a great ball, hit him in the hands. A little bit of concentration there, just missed it. Doesn't look to be a big game. Wall had it covered up pretty well, but would have been a little bit positive news there for the offense. They would have been able to complete that.
Jacobs, the leading rusher, 172 yards this year for the Horns. 3.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Wall up 6-0. 4 in the flight pattern from the shotgun. Pressure coming. Rolling to his right, releases the pass, and he has a completion on the sideline across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That's the Wall Hawk 45-yard line for the first down.
Yeah, number 24, Caleb McCullough with the catch, looking like number 22 for the Wall Hawks, Justice Watkins on the tackle. Great throw here on the replay here. We see it. When you send the pressure and you don't get the quarterback, it usually leaves a man open somewhere out there. The quarterback got out of there, made a great play, moved the ball down the field, and again, they're impressive. You can see kind of the tools all together, just seeing if Early can last the whole 4 quarters with it.
That was sophomore to sophomore, as McCullough is just a sophomore. In the flat, ball is tipped and dropped.
Well, McCullough didn't catch that one, but like I said, Early tried to get something out of their hands in a hurry, take some of the pressure off of them, didn't quite make it. Setting up here for a 2nd and 10.
Clock at 3 minutes. 2-point conversion try. The pass was no good for the Hawks. 6-0 still, though. Jackson Price, the sophomore quarterback, has 4 in the flight pattern, 3 to the far side. And here's the handoff up the middle, and not much there at all.
No, Josh Balkum on a great tackle, shook off the block up front. They're going to make it here 3rd and long. And Early converted on one earlier for a big gain. Hopefully the Hawk defense can step up right here and make them force a punt situation.
Wall Hawks hang their hat on their defense, and they are very, very good at playing defense. See if they can stop these Longhorns in Wall territory.
Hawks giving some different looks, walking up, bailing out, moving linebackers around, trying to confuse the Early offense.
Price takes the snap. Here's the pass. It's tipped in the air and intercepted. Still on his feet. 40, 45. He has the 50 and finally upended on the play. It's an interception for Tavin Espinoza, the senior.
Oh, that was fantastic. They showed the blitz, bailed out of it. Sophomore quarterback didn't quite pick it up, didn't see the Michael linebacker over the middle. Then it becomes the tip drill there. Coaches practice that probably on a Monday or Thursday, depending on the week's going. The ball's in the air, somebody go make a play. Great catch, great run back right here. We do have an injury on the field, though, it looks like.
Drew Morrison also had a hand on that ball. It was 50-50 who was going to end up with it, but we have a Hawk down on the field.
They're getting up, and that's a great sign.
Trying to see who it is.
It looks like number 70, Grayson Melton there for the Hawks. Hopefully he just got rolled up a little bit. He can get back out there. That's one thing the Hawks talked about. Because of their lack of depth, because of injuries, they move people around, try to freshen them up. Grayson's one of those guys who's benefited from that, got his chance to get on the field. I'll tell you right now, if 70's over there on the 35-yard line where the interception was, he was hustling to get over there. And so, unfortunately, got a little banged up from it, but hopefully he'll come back in the game here later on.
And he is a senior. Haskins. Deep drop for Haskins. Steps up in the pocket, going deep, middle of the field, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. He almost had it in tight coverage.
It looks like number 3, Jacob Richardson from there, had his hands on it. Gabe asked him, what a great ball. Put it out there. What you want to do is get a chance to put the ball in his hands, trying to make a big play after a turnover there, and we almost had it there for Wall. But great shot, great ball. That's a tough play to make, but good ball by the quarterback. I like the aggressive attitude for the Wall Hawk offense moving forward.
From the flex bone with motion. Handoff Garcia. No, it's coming to the left side. And he got airborne. Chase Rios got airborne around the 35-yard line.
Well, if you watch here in the Shingan's instant replay, we have that one pop back up here. That was a true triple option. Number 50 or 72 takes a dive. 55 takes the quarterback. The quarterback smart enough, reads it all, pitches it out to the pitch man. All 3 keys playing, they're doing their job, and great run there by Chase Rios. A little bit acrobatic there at the end.
Haskins took a pretty good hit as he released that pitch. Of course, in this offense, everybody's got a hit. Everybody's got a block.
No, you do, and they'll tell you have to have about three quarterbacks in this offense because they can take a licking, but they're tough and they get after it.
This is Kai Herbert looking for somewhere to go, and he passes the 30-yard line out to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, number 3, Trey Breen making that tackle, but great patient run there by Kai Herbert, getting behind the lineman, pulling in there, trying to find himself a little lane. We'll always take 5 or 6 yards coming off a run play anytime we can.
Of course, Kai had a score at over 100 yards last week. 281 total coming into this game. Second down for the Hawks. They have to get about the 29-yard line for a Texas Bank first down. Handoff left side, and I believe that's Dominic Garcia. He runs into a wall. Or was that
number 72, Cole Miller there getting on a play. They pulled looks like they pulled a little G play, we call it, pulled the guard. The tackle ended up shooting the gap there, making a play in the backfield here. So, again, 3rd and 5, though. Like I said, early trying to mount a little stop. So, hopefully the Hawks can get something done here, get themselves a good first down. I'm sure there's 2 plays right here to get first down. Hopefully they get it right here on this one.
Wides to both sides. Herbert in motion. Haskins runs the option. Pitch goes low, bounces up, and it is taken by Rios. Rios still on his feet. He won't be denied. 15-yard line. He goes down at the 14. That's going to be a Texas Bank first down.
Okay, so they threw a flag here on the play. They're going to call, I believe, again, a chop block on number 24, Kai Herbert. There's some rules in there when they call if you're attached to the line of scrimmage. There's about a 1-by-1 box, and if you're with that or outside of that, there's some rules about when you can cut block and when you can. And unfortunately, it's been too many years that I coach. Remember how that rule quite works for it, but it looks like it might get the Hawks here. Coach Guy is not very happy about that, trying to address that situation.
Penalty on the play.
That's the second chop block penalty for the Hawks. They had one on their first possession.
For fans at home, you're watching, if you saw the replay again to it, It's a head-on block. You're going below the legs. That looks legal and everything. But, again, when you're attached to the box like 24 here is coming out of the backfield, depending on how they rule him in the box, out of the box, that chop block there on the left side of the screen that you saw, that's what they called the illegal play. But Coach Guy didn't like it. From what I can see coming out of the backfield there, it should be a legal play for it. But they're trying to change some of those rules to make players' safety better. But unfortunately caught the Hawks. They're making it a 3rd and long.
27 seconds to go and counting in the first quarter. Hawks lead 6-0. Fast first quarter. And the handoff, 35 to the 34-yard line. That's Dominic Garcia on the carry.
Yeah, just a little veer left right there to kind of finish out the quarter. The end stayed that time, so the handoff key was there. Going to make it a 4th and 10 here. Probably starting to know the second quarter coming up.
That's going to do it for the first quarter as the clock runs down. After 1, Wall 6, early nothing. Hawks have the ball in the 3rd and long. We'll be back right after this with the second quarter on Concho Sports Network.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road. Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
And the Wall Hawk cheerleaders and a great crowd here to salute the seniors as they play here at home for the last time and get ready for the 2020 playoffs. 6-0 our score as we start the second quarter. Hawks with the ball. They have it on the 35-yard line, 3rd down.
Now, curious here for the Hawks. They've shown the ability to drop back, but when they are, Early's bailing out as well, too, trying to cover the deep pass to it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a crosser, maybe a mid-range route right here that Gabe can be able to find, or the ability to take off and run if he sees it.
3 in the flight pattern. Garcia, the fullback. Haskins wants to throw, and he has a completion inside the 25-yard line. And a nice throw and catch for the Hawks as Kai Herbert comes through with the catch.
Well, as we said here, a little mid-range route. They sprinted him out, gave him the ability to run, found the 12-yard route again. Not just 10, 12-yard. Make sure you got the first down. Great play, first down for the Hawks.
Texas Bank first down, knocking on the door of the Schertz Landscaping red zone. Ball at the 22.
So Early's playing tough. They're making Wall earn it. Now the Hawks have had a couple penalties to set them back, but Early's defense is making them earn it all the way down the field.
Jumper and Richardson in the flight pattern as Haskins keeps it, and he has a man hanging on to him. He will get just about to the line of scrimmage as Marcus Moreland, the senior, grabbed him first.
Yeah, Marcus got there, kind of disrupted it. I couldn't tell if the end was available to make the play on the dive or not, but Gabe pulled it anyways, and Trey Beam was also the other player there for Early there ready to make a play.
6-0 our score, just underway second quarter. W&W AFCO Steel bringing you Wall Hawk football on Concho Sports Network. Thank you for joining us tonight. Haskins calls out the signal and bows under. And he's going to give it to Dominic Garcia. Out of a tackle, Dominic Garcia is in the end zone. Touchdown, Wall.
Fantastic run. Want to watch the replay here. So the offensive line and give them credit where it's due. They move the front of the line, put some bodies on the ground. Great job by Tate Williams right there. Number 55, Reese Horton as well, sealing off the edge. Great block on the outside too from the receivers. Fantastic.
20-yard touchdown run for Dominic Garcia.
Now, do we have another penalty on the play? It looks like we do. Holding.
Well,
we'll have to retry to get that touchdown, but goodness, the Hawks there, every time we get a positive play there, we'll pull back. Hopefully this doesn't slow them down. It makes it 2nd and 2. I didn't see it on the replay.
Ball is on the 13, so the 20-yard run from Garcia does not count. Let's see if they can run it back. This time he's hit hard at the line of scrimmage and will be driven backwards. He may get a yard on the play. Nothing there in the middle for Dom Garcia this time.
Yeah, it looks like number 72, Cole Miller, for the early Longhorns, kind of blew that play up here. Again, making it 3rd and 1. Again, penalties here, penalties there, kind of set the Hawks back while the game is still 6-0. But again, Early's making them earn it. I wouldn't be surprised here if they try to go outside. I know it's 3rd and 1. You kind of think up the middle somewhere, but we pounded that inside game right here. Wouldn't be surprised for an outside or quick toss.
3rd down for the Hawks in the Schertz Landscaping red zone. Ball is around the 13-yard line for the Hawks. Haskins hands off up the middle, and there's a little bit there.
Yeah, they got the first down there, so what they ended up doing was bringing either the tackle over the tight end, couldn't quite see it from here, gave him a little extra space and gap on the right side. Dominic Garcia found that hole there in the middle, just a straight dive, and there you go, 5 or 6 yards for a first down, setting up a 1st and goal here from the 8.
A Texas Bank 1st and goal for the Wall Hawks. They lead it 6-0. We're under 10 minutes to go, second quarter.
Hawks are shifting the line around left and right.
This is going to be Kai Herbert inside the 5. And Kai Herbert is close. He's in. That's a touchdown for Kai Herbert. Touchdown Wall.
The Shenanigans instant replay here. I love watching the lineman pull, get outside. Kai Herbert using a little bit of speed. Great double team there on the edge. Tight roping down the sideline. Fantastic. Great run. Good touchdown for the Hawks.
We'll see if they want to go for 2 and get the 14 here. They look like they're going to do the swinging gate again. The first 2-point conversion try was an incomplete pass.
They're locking numbers at their
rolling, throwing, and Herbert's pass is incomplete.
He was open on that. We've had 2 open receivers, and we just haven't quite been able to connect with him. And it's a little different. You know, it's not your quarterback back there playing that. But like I said, Hawks are still up 12-0, but Early's still definitely in the game.
9:20 to go, 12-0 Hawks lead. We're back with the Hawk kickoff after this on Concho Sports Network.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Kai Herbert from 10 yards out puts the Wall Hawks up 12-0 with 9:20 to go in the second quarter. Wall Hawk football brought to you by W&W AFCO Steel. Hawks kicking off to the early Longhorns, the Schertz Landscaping kickoff. It's up and away. Hits the turf, taken on the bounce at the 20. Coming this way out of a tackle. And he still didn't get much, though. He was run down on the play.
Yeah, great tackle there by number 14, Bryson Ballard. Number 30, Nathan Pepper as well, flying up the field. Young freshman trying to make a little tackle right there, but at least turned it back in there for Bryson Ballard. Glad to see those young guys out there on the field.
Sophomore Jackson Price, I believe, has 2 complete passes tonight for the Longhorns. They can move the ball.
He'd have a couple more if we didn't have the drops as well, too.
Right.
He hit some guys in the hands there. He's been very impressive for a sophomore. Poised in the pocket, showed some quickness, been able to deliver the ball on target. We'll kind of see what happens here. They're going under center now for this series. They haven't shown that yet.
Single back set, and he is hit head on and hard at the 15-yard line. Oh, me. Jackson Price went down.
Watching the instant replay here off the back edge. Hawks, this is, they said, a little, I'm going to say, safety pressure right here. Taven Espinoza had the interception earlier. Man, that quarterback had no idea there. He does his fake, and that's the one thing that's just going to hurt. When you finally turn back around ready to throw, you get popped right in the mouth.
That kind of hit will make you wish you did something else for your evening's entertainment.
You know, I'm assuming that was, again, they're under center. They're doing it again here. I'm sure it's part of their game on there. That was supposed to set up for a big play, but, man, that's a good pop there by Taven.
Taven has 4 interceptions now on the season. And here's a short run out past the 20-yard line. That's going to be Trey Beam, the junior, on the carry. 96 yards rushing coming into this. He's also their sack leader with 2 sacks on defense.
He's been impressive. Very physical, very fast. I've enjoyed watching him so far. At least called his name out a few times. A good little shift play on the inside, straight dive. Did a little backdoor cut, got up the field a little bit. Like I said, Hawks there kind of surrounded him. But, again, 3rd and long. This is kind of an early issue here. They just can't quite get themselves in a 3rd down and manageable situation. They converted one early on a rollout pass. We'll see what they do here. Going a little empty set.
5 receivers total, and the pressure is on, and he will go down inside the 10-yard line. Nowhere to go for Jackson Price. Hawks all over him, and that's going to do it for their offense.
Great call there by Coach Slaughter, defensive coordinator for the Hawks. They go empty. Instead of giving them a chance to even throw the ball or set up for a pass, you're just sending them in the house. Gang tackle. I believe Kai Herbert was the first one there for the Wall Hawks. But there's a host of them as well. You saw the shenanigans instant replay. Set them by 4th and forever there. And so just fantastic play there by the defense. Quick 3 and out. Hopefully they can keep the pressure on them.
The punter will stand right around the goal line. Snap. He had to go up for it. Gets it off. Pretty good punt.
Yeah, good punt there out of the backfield.
Going to be fielded.
If he can make one miss, it was a block in the back. They're called. About to say a wall was setting up, and there was. They're going to call a block in the back.
Kick is returned by number 5.
Rios will get to the 25. He's
a little banged up with his wrist.
A little banged up on the play. Won't count.
Watch the replay here. See, we can see he's going to catch the flag. Nathan Pepper, that was it was a shoulder, I thought, more. But, again, young freshman out there trying to make a hustle play. It was borderline that they were probably going to call it on there, but the young kid will figure that out going forward.
Want something to eat while watching the game? San Angelo To Go Restaurant Delivery will deliver all your local favorites. Order at sanangelotogo.com or download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. San Angelo To Go, the local way to go.
Like I said, backs up the Hawks here a little bit, but again, if they got about 7 minutes here, 6:56 left at halftime, do what Wall does, drive down the field, work the clock down, go put another score on here before halftime, I think they'll feel pretty comfortable getting in here to the second half.
Ball is on the 41-yard line. Jumper and Richardson in the flight pattern from the flex bone. Haskins bows under. Right up the middle. Dominic Garcia.
Hey.
No, he faked me out on that one. I thought Dom had the ball.
Hey, great. It's a great job again about the triple option. Like I said, even watching the film, I thought he had at the very beginning how to catch my eyes back. You see it on the replay. It looks like he did. Great sell job by Dominic, too.
Mm-hmm.
Great pitch to the outside, blocking on the edge, positive yards, and just a vicious blow there by Kyle Herbert there to get put a little pop there at the end.
Can be very deceptive, the triple option.
It's a very tough offense to defend. It does have some weaknesses there, especially if you are behind for whatever reason.
And this is Garcia, and he is going to be spun around and dropped on the play. It's a good hit by the defensive player. That's Marcus Morlan, the senior.
Yeah, he's one of the players to watch for early there. He kind of shook off the block off the initial contact. And, again, he looks like a big boy who can make a play. Was able to wrap up the run of the fullback there and get a negative play. So 2nd and 11 showing up.
Braden Jumper on the far side. Richardson on the near side in the flight pattern. Herbert in motion. Here's the drop from Haskins. Throwing. Haskins has a completion near the 40-yard line.
Fantastic there. Number Jacob Richardson, a little out route again. They threw one earlier for a completion. Sets up here in the flats again. That cover 3, they're bailing out. Good little fake in there. Completed pass on target. Great catch with contact coming on his back.
Thanks to Shenanigans Sports Bar and Grill for our instant replays tonight. Great night for football as we wrap up the regular season.
Absolutely. 3rd and 3 here, but yes, it's a fantastic night to be out here on a Friday night.
Here's Haskins. Up the middle, Garcia. He's across the 35-yard line. He does run downhill very well.
He does, but I tell you, when you got Tate Williams and Luke Lipsy right there picking up the nose tackle and walking him back about 5 or 6 yards, it sure does make it a heck of a lot easier to be running the ball. Great job by the O-line right there.
Reese Horton, Tate Williams, Josh Balcom, Luke Lipsy, all on that offensive line for the Hawks. Haskins sticks with the flex bone. Looks like he ran into his own man for a second, but now he has room to run. Haskins crosses the 30 and the 25 before he's spun down around the 24-yard line.
Well, again, great there. Just reading there of the end. The end stakes inside on Dominic Garcia here. Looking inside. Oh, it was a tackle there. So a little midline we call that. They unblocked the first play side there past the center. Quarterback keeps it because they take the dive, gets a good run out of there overall.
Puts the ball in the 24 for the Hawks, and a Texas Bank first down.
So with early running this defense, there's this four-man front. When they have that three technique or one technique, depending on what Wall wants to see, midline might be a play. If we hadn't called it earlier, is what we're going to call a lot. So what you see a lot of times with a four-man front on defense.
Handoff. This is Garcia. Breaking tackles. Spins out of another tackle. Still on his feet at the 15-yard line. Finally run out of bounds. He broke a tackle and got hit again and backed up a second, kept running.
No, that was fantastic. A little G play here. Looks like we got the guard pulling, lead out, and blocking. Body on a body. If you watch it here on the left side, though, number 66, Luke Lips, you got to call out a center when he's hustling down the field. Trying to get in the action for it, get out there and help out his running back. Just love seeing those linemen run down the field.
Frankie Villarreal tried to wrap him up and slipped right out of the tackle.
You know, Trace Fielder, the right tackle, getting his starts not for the Hawks. And he might have started last week there, but that's been a change-up since one of the Balkan boys was injured early in the year. He's having a good night. That whole line up front is working together after they've reshifted some things, able to move the ball, and good movement up front.
Texas Bank first down in the Schertz Landscaping red zone is Garcia, powers forward. He'll be near the 5-yard line, I believe around the 6-yard line for Garcia.
Well, you know, there for their early defense, they were just getting pounded at left and right. You know, the Hawks are using some of their bigger bodies up front and their quickness. You know, they're wearing them down. If Early can get a stop here, give them some momentum in the second half, that would be huge. But if not, and the Hawks score, you know, for a young team like Early is, you might not have had some of these big pressure games like that. It might be a hard sell for them to get fired up for the second half.
12-0 Hawks lead it. 3:20 and counting to go in the first half. Hawk football from W&W AFCO Steel on Concho Sports Network. Here's Haskins. Hands off, I believe, to the first man through. Garcia didn't get much on that play.
Well, like I said, we missed the block there on the right side, but number 78 again, Marcus Moreland makes a play. Watching him the play before, I actually thought Marcus kind of stood up there and got blocked off, but there he came back a little bit of energy, caused a negative play. Set up for 3rd and 3 here. Again, Early get a little bit of something going here. Hawks, though, are probably going to work this clock down as much as they can. Maybe snap it under 5 here, work the clock down, don't let Early have a chance to score. But hopefully here in the Schertz red zone, Wall can put one in.
Wade Kennedy has a sack. The linebacker, Trey Beam, leads with 2 sacks. Interceptions, defensive back Tyson Tyler has 2. Jeremy Brown has 1 for this Early defense.
Fantastic play there by number 55, Corbin Hall. I mean, he's unblocked. You see it on the replay here. Outside into the top. Don't know where we kind of might miss that one. Couldn't quite get the edge on him. Made a good play in the backfield, setting up 4th and long here for the Hawks. That's a hard play for a left tackle there for the Hawks. They got a guy set up on the outside edge, and the ball snapped. He jumps outside. It's hard to pick up that block. And just a good play there by the Early defense.
I was thinking about field goals. The Hawks have attempted 1 this year that was no good, I think. Jamison?
I believe so. It's been a while early in the year for it. But like I said, they worked the clock down here. It was like someone called a timeout. I'm assuming it's early then.
And we will, let's see here.
Timeout called by the Hawks.
That's by the Hawks. That will leave them with 1. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back after this on Concho Sports Network.
W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley Football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Best Tech Supply or besttex.com.
As the Wall Hawks come back out onto the field, they lead the contest over the Early Longhorns 12-0. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Hawks have a 4th down here at the 15-yard line.
They've had some success in the throwing game here recently. I wouldn't be surprised again. Maybe a sprint out, find somebody here in the open flat.
Haskins wants to throw. Looking, steps up, end zone, going up for it. It's going to be picked off. Picked off in the end zone by the early Longhorns. That is Tyson Tyler, the senior. That's his second interception of the season, and the Horns will get it at the 20.
Well, great job by Tyson. Free safety. They're hoping to get him with the motion across the field. He realizes they're trying to hit a backside post, hangs out, goes up, makes a great play. So great job by Early, great stop. Now they got some momentum here. I'm concerned. They got 1:48 left, and they got some athleticism. Maybe we should have worked the clock a little longer, but again, coach's decision out there going on. We'll see what happens here kind of going forward. Hopefully Hawks can get a stop here defensively and get out of here just 12-0 at halftime.
One interception apiece for each team tonight so far. Sophomore Jackson Price back in. Handoff. Coming to the middle, into the right, then a spin move, and then a crowd and a few yards for the ball carrier. Around the 24-yard line is where he will go down.
Yeah, a lot of action there by the running back to get himself 3 or 4 yards, which is a good, tough run there. The Wall Hawk defense is flying around, trying to put a body on a body and make a tackle. You know, I'm not surprised. You know, Early might feel comfortable here going into halftime down 12-0. Maybe they get a first down. They might change that strategy up. But if we kind of start with a run, we're not hustling to it. We might just give you another handoff here.
And there's the handoff. Nowhere to go. Maybe a yard or two for the ball carrier for Early.
Yeah, a little counter inside, pulling lineman again. Tough physical tackle there.
Timeout on the field called by the Hawks.
There you go. The Hawks called their timeout there. Trying to save here in 1:07. Maybe they can get the ball back.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout for the Hawks. That leaves them with no timeouts and 1:07 to go in the half. They lead 12-0. We'll be back. You're listening to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
Upsets, things like that can happen, but hopefully right now Hawks keep holding on and keep going.
1:07 to go in the half. Wall Hawk Football from W&W AFCO Steel on Concho Sports Network. Hawks lead at 12-0. And they just called their last timeout as the Longhorns have the ball.
I wouldn't be surprised. Again, Early just kind of hands the ball off, works the clock down. Yeah, Hawks just
free. And
Hawks just sent the house, had pressure. Drew Morrison there and a great play in the backfield. They're going to work this down as low as they can. Should give Wall about 20 seconds. But Early's had a few pressure there on the punt situation so far. Wall's probably mentality, they're probably going to go and get after this. And maybe they get a block here to the punt.
Had the ball carrier had the big boys on top of him that time. Not a comfortable place to be.
No, not by any means.
So 33 seconds. They're just letting it run.
I wouldn't be shocked if Early calls a time. They have one left. Early have a timeout.
They do. They haven't called, but they haven't called any timeouts.
They're going to call it right here. So 21 seconds left, or 20 seconds left. Good job by the clock operator for the Hawks. 20 seconds left.
Timeout call by Early.
Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout, this time from the Longhorns, and we'll be back after this on Concho Sports Network.
Church Landscape Company is as well-rooted in the Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Church Landscape has a large year-round retail plant nursery and is your local source for landscaping design and installation, lawn care and maintenance, and sprinkler installation. We offer free consultation and can work with any size job and budget. From the weekend do-it-yourself project to a full-scale installation, we look forward to working with you. Church Landscape Company, located at the corner of Knickerbocker and Johnson.
Brown, once when Early came up, it was a chance for him to go back. And so he's done a great job defensively here for Early. But now the Hawks here on 4th down, hoping to get some pressure here on this punt.
Punting it with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Hawks up 12-0. Been a fast first half so far. Pressure coming. Punt is up and away. And it takes a nice early bounce inside the 25-yard line. It's going to stop right around the 21, and that leaves 8 seconds. 8 seconds for the Hawks.
Great punt there by number 33, Franklin Villarreal there for early, got the ball off, lots of pressure. Just mostly right here we're going to see a knee taken. Head coaches are taking their headsets off. We'll get into halftime up 12-0. Everyone goes and recaps, comes back out, and get after the second half.
Don't forget to join us for the Mathis Law Firm halftime show coming up in just a few minutes on Concho Sports Network. 8 seconds to go.
The Hawks have played some pretty good football overall. Just penalties, really. No 2 chop blocks, a holding. Kind of brought them back in a few situations, but they've been able to move the ball on the ground and in the air. But Early's played some stout defense here. They haven't been able to do much on offense, and so they're going to work on their own stuff the second half. But so far, so good.
Here's Haskins. He's going to throw it. Haskins rolling out, throwing. Ball caught if he stayed in bounds, and he did around the 32-yard line. Kai Herbert with the reception.
No, on the Shenanigans replay here, fantastic. Gabe's again put it somewhere where someone can catch it. His only guy is the Hawks. Kai Herbert going up, catching it, getting his feet down. That'd be good in the NFL as well. Great ball there. 2 seconds left here.
I like the way Haskins is able to roll out and throw the ball on the run.
That's an art. That not every kid can do that and be as accurate as he's been with that, and so very impressive.
Needless to say, he has some moves. We saw that against Cornerstone Christian when he came in the fourth quarter. Some speed as well. Garcia gets the handoff. There's the horn, and that's going to do it for the first half. After 2 quarters of play, the score, the Wall Hawks 12, the Early Longhorns nothing. Hawks lead at 12-0, and we'll be back. The Mathis Law Firm halftime show is coming up after this. You're listening to Wall Hawk Football on Concho Sports Network.
Come and see us at Shenanigans, the best sports bar and grill in San Angelo. We'll have every Central, Lakeview, and Wall home football game from Concho Sports Network to watch on our many big screen TVs. And don't forget to try our ribeye steak bits or chicken fried steak on Friday night. We also have NFL Sunday ticket, so drop by for the best food in town every Friday and Sunday while you watch the game. Shenanigans, 3250 Sherwood Way.
As San Angelo's only locally owned bank, Texas Bank loves West Texas, and we love football. Strong traditions like West Texas football have roots that run deep, much like Texas Bank. For over 57 years, Texas Bank has called San Angelo home while building a reputation as one of the most successful banks in Texas. See what we have to offer, and we think you will agree. While other banks have branches, Texas Bank has roots.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
The early Longhorn band starting their halftime show, and that's where we are. Halftime here on senior night in Wall as the hometown Wall Hawks lead the early Longhorns by a score of 12-0. This is the Mathis Law Firm halftime show. I'm Darren Prater. Chad Curry is alongside. Hawks taking care of business. A few, three penalties that didn't help, but still taking care of business mostly on the ground tonight so far. Here's how it happened. 3:48 in the first quarter. Haskins, who's doing a nice job at quarterback now, the starter tonight, a 2-yard run. 2-point conversion was no good to leave it 6-0. Then Kai Herbert from 10 yards out in the second quarter. Again, 2-point conversion pass fell incomplete, so that's where we are, 12-0. Haskins, that was more of like a 1-yard run on the first touchdown, but he did bounce off a tackle and really fought for it. So a good job by Haskins and all of the Wall Hawks tonight, leading 12-0. Very methodical so far, and so far so good as we get ready for playoffs next week. So what do you think about how they're looking the first quarter, first half?
Well, like we mentioned earlier, they've only had a few just penalty mistakes, and I mentioned to you off the air, as a coach before the game, you're talking to the officials saying, hey, look out for this, look out for that. So I'm curious if the early coaches did that, maybe try to gain an advantage, and it's smart coaching. You might see something that can be your benefit, and they use that. But they've been able to move the ball. Gabe has been effective throwing the ball and, for the most part, making his reads. I give it to early. They've really kind of stopped the big play, shown enough speed defensively to, it's a 10-yard gain, 12-yard gain, or 5-yard gain, but there hasn't been a big 25 or 31 that kind of really flips the field for it. But so far so good offensively for the Hawks. Defensively, they're just running through offensive linemen, making plays in the backfield, putting pressure on the quarterback back there. They are just flying around to the ball. Tevin Espinoza with an interception and a sack that I know of just from watching on it. Drew Morrison having a great job just running downhill and making tackles. It's a great effort all the way around. And so, like I said, if you're the Hawks, you might be a little nervous that it's 12-0 because it's still within a ball game. But, like we said earlier, this is not an early of old. They're a solid team. They're an athletic team. And so you're up 12-0. You're controlling the pace. It eliminates some of those mistakes on there. Keep it up the second half. Probably not too many adjustments they need to make. And just get after it and go ahead and get out here with a win.
What do you tell the kids at halftime? Just stay the course? It's kind of the same thing? Just do what you're doing?
Yeah, for the most part, just stay the course. They're going to fix that. Whatever the officials are telling them on some of those penalties, those chop blocks, they'll fix that by alignment or what they call offensively. But stay the course. Stay sharp, stay focused. Don't allow a big play to happen. Execute. Because and the kids know this. Wall's having a history of that, of this isn't your last game. And so stay focused, stay sharp, get yourself prepped, getting into next week. I know we had a little bang up there for the Hawks, number 70, Grayson Melton there, and I hate that for his senior. Hopefully he'll be healthy, and maybe they can work on him that first half as well coming out. But overall, with the changes they've had, people in different positions, a really well-executed offense and defense for the Hawks with just a couple penalty things here and there that can be fixed and get rid of the second half. Now, if you're early, you're feeling pretty good down 12-0. Now, you got to fix some things. So I'm very curious what early might try to do. Maybe go a little bit more quick passing game to the edge, maybe some screens. Being in the backfield, the Walls defense is just running through, and so try and get the ball out of their hands and might take a shot over the top, do some things like that and be explosive. Defensively, a few adjustments, make sure everybody's staying on their keys. Overall, like I said, they're doing a good job getting off and making tackles for it. But, it could definitely be a big game. If there's a turnover or anything like that here within the first half or the first possession here for the Hawks, early can capitalize on it, man, you're a ball game. So, again, for the Hawks, stay the course, take care of the ball, stick to your keys. For early, make some minor adjustments or some big adjustments depending on what you're wanting to do at where you want attack-wise, and try to make a heck of a game here in the second half.
If they can complete passes, the passing yard's not quite of a deficiency as the other stats here. Let's take a look at our halftime stats, brought to you by Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road. Total yards, a dominating effort for the Hawks, 200 yards to only 25 for the Longhorns. Passing yards, a little more even, 33 for the Hawks to 25 for Early. Rushing yards, Wow, none for the Longhorns. And again, you were talking about the offensive or the defensive line just running through people. That's what happens. 167 for the Hawks. Each team had an interception. The Hawks, Haskins threw one in the end zone. I think that's 3 picks for him this year. And Hawks also got one of their own, so 1 apiece. But again, 200 yards to 25 yards. Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road, bringing you our halftime stats as we enjoy the final game here for this season for 2020 here on senior night. And we have a lot of seniors out there playing, and it's a very emotional night, and hopefully they can just come out and take care of business and look forward to the playoffs. Let's talk about the playoffs. You want to talk about the playoffs?
No, absolutely.
It's coming up. So next week, the Hawks will travel to my hometown of Dublin, Texas. And a brand new field, Bob and Norma Cervetto Field.
Nice.
And, the coach there is Coach Cervetto. The field is named after the active coach.
Wow. They're talking about being a legacy we talked about earlier here for the Hawks. That's impressive.
Boyd is the opponent. I don't know a whole lot about Boyd. I believe they'll be, second or third in their district?
It looks like third on the schedule. They started off pretty hot. They're 7-2 overall. They lost some big games to Brock and Pilot Point, but many people have lost big games to Brock and Pilot Point along the way forward. And so, for them, though, we're going to be the second-place team looking like coming out of district, unless maybe I'm wrong on that. They're going to be the third-place team out of there. So it's going to be more of an even match maybe than Wall has had in the past. But, again, I'm hoping it's a game for Wall that they can beat and they can win and they can continue their tradition into the playoffs and keep going. From what I've seen tonight, when they're executing and they're working it, you see that effectiveness getting down the field for it and making plays. And, man, when a defense is holding anybody 25 yards, that's just impressive for it overall. They've been playing that lights-out defense all year long, while they've kind of had to reshuffle some people on offense to kind of keep things going. But it'll be a great matchup for them next week on a Thursday night, which is always kind of fun. It's a little bit different, that first game out of there. And it's a great thing. I always try to remind people, too, it's not just the players out there and the coaches. The band is there. The cheerleaders are there. The parents are there. It's a great community event when you make those playoffs and you have all these extra things keep on happening because it's exciting. And plus, it's just football out in Texas on cool nights, and it gets better and better and better.
You bet. Good night time. We haven't really it feels like a year since we've been in this booth, but there haven't been any real cold nights so far. But, playoffs coming up, that will probably happen at some point where it'll be hot chocolate weather.
Well, it's always kind of a badge of honor. You start in Texas in 110 degrees out in August, and so the longer you can play, the colder it gets. And those cold games aren't fun by any means, but man, they're you don't get a lot of them. So when you do, you appreciate them, and it's just a great thing again for not only the football team and the coaches, but everybody that's part of the community, the band, the cheerleaders, the support staff. Administration, everything. So it's just going to be a fun time for the Hawks next Thursday.
As we're watching the award-winning Wall Hawk band get ready to perform, I was concerned, because I love bands, that there wouldn't be bands or drill team or anything this year because we didn't really know what to expect. But really the atmosphere has been pretty much regular football.
The THSCA and the UIL and all the organizations involved have done a great job in high school sports managing the situation that we're all in with COVID-19 and things like that. They're aware of it. They're doing the right precautions to make sure everybody's safe. They're following the procedures and guidelines that were set to it. And because of that, we've been able to allow sports and keep it. In my business, in my world, with investments, we're always looking about when the next thing is going to kind of help us out long-term wise. Well, as we get through this year and we get into some better therapeutics and vaccine going forward, I'm hoping we don't have to do as many of these precautions next year, but we got a great job by our high schools and administrative staff and people doing these things to help take care of the situation we currently have. And so kudos to all of them for doing the right thing and handling this the right way.
Like you were mentioning the band and the fans, and it's just not the same without the band. It seems like I like hearing the drums during the game.
So I always tell that's my favorite part as a coach on the sideline. There, you kind of get everything ready to go, and then as that band starts playing, the kickoff starts going. I mean, that's the fun part of the Friday night, and so it's just part of it. So I'm glad they're all able to participate and be a part of it.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, that brings up an interesting subject. So coaches actually do hear the band a little bit? You don't just tune it completely out?
It's time and place for it. Jason Yarborough was my band director there at Miles and he was fantastic. The band was phenomenal. He knew when to start it up and when to slow it down and when to kind of do all these things along with it. But, man, when it was a big play in a big situation, I'd hear that band crank up. I was a big energy-type coach guy, and I wanted to hear it. I wanted my players to hear it, and I wanted to be a part of it. Does everybody do that? I don't know, but I loved it when they did. And again, I know the Hawk band does a fantastic job, but Jason Yarborough at Miles is a tremendous band director out there and does so many other things for Miles too. But I always loved it. And I could tell you too many more stories about bands and things like that, but everyone always excites me and gets me fired up for it. It's just a great part of the game.
And what would constitute, what are the rules on the band playing during the play on the field? Because I believe I think I was at a Dublin game a few years ago. The band somehow got a penalty. Is that somebody said it was a band penalty for playing at the wrong time? Are there rules about that?
I would say that if there is, I didn't know about it. So again, if our band directors that I've been a part of done a fantastic job, not ever getting us a penalty for it. But there was times when we were trying to go score in other schools I've been at, and our band's cranked up, and we're just trying to score a touchdown. I'd rather you guys calm on down while we're on offense, so that way we can hear the calls and things like that coming in. But then turn it up when they have the ball. But yeah, if there's a rule on those things, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But these band directors, they put in a lot of work and a lot of effort, and a lot of people don't realize most of them don't do their practice until after football practice. Because for most small schools, I don't know if Wall has many participants, but those guys are going to football practice and then going to band practice right afterwards. And those band directors have always been very accommodating to make that happen for it. And so, again, huge part of Texas high school football, of college football, the pageantry, the participation for it. And like anything in life, they're active with their group and their team just like that football is, and that's what we all want because that's what helps us all kind of grow and keep heading the right direction in life. And so it's just fantastic.
One memory I have about that is Abilene Wiley. Every game I've seen them play, their band plays loud while the other team has the ball, and they don't really stop the whole game.
And that's what you want. You want it to be a little advantage to you. I coached in Hearn, Texas, and I don't know many people know where that is. That's that's north of College Station. I was there with Coach Slaughter, the defensive coordinator here for the Wall Hawks. When we scored a touchdown, our band would play the ESPN song, and it's a small thing, but whenever it does the dun-a-nut, dun-a-nut, the band would stop except the horn person. But when they finished that dun-a-nut, dun-a-nut, the rest of the band would just kick in and get going on with it. I get chills right now thinking about it. Chills up here in the booth, and our players would be fired up. They did a fantastic job with it. And so, yeah, it's great. When they bring the energy and the momentum with it, it just adds to it all.
Well, once again, the Wall Hawk Band is doing their thing right now. And we got about 12 more minutes to go until we get back to the action. It's a 12-0 lead for the Wall Hawks over the early Longhorns. We're going to take a break, and then we will come back and go around some scores from around the area and around the district. We'll do that here in just a minute. You're listening to the Mathis Law Firm Halftime Show. It's Wall Hawk football. We'll be back after this on Concho Sports Network.
W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex, 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Best Tech Supply or besttech.com.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
Schertz Landscape Company is as well rooted in the Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Schertz Landscape has a large year-round retail plant nursery and is your local source for landscaping design and installation, lawn care and maintenance, and sprinkler installation. We offer free consultation and can work with any size job and budget. From the weekend do-it-yourself project to a full-scale installation, we look forward to working with you. Schertz Landscape Company, located at the corner of Knickerbocker and Johnson.
Come and see us at Shenanigans, the best sports bar and grill in San Angelo. We'll have every Central, Lakeview, and Wall home football game from Concho Sports Network to watch on our many big screen TVs. And don't forget to try our ribeye steak bits or chicken fried steak on Friday night. We also have NFL Sunday ticket, so drop by for the best food in town every Friday and Sunday while you watch the game. Shenanigans, 3250 Sherwood Way.
As San Angelo's only locally owned bank, Texas Bank loves West Texas, and we love football. Strong traditions like West Texas football have roots that run deep, much like Texas Bank. For over 57 years, Texas Bank has called San Angelo home while building a reputation as one of the most successful banks in Texas. See what we have to offer, and we think you will agree. While other banks have branches, Texas Bank has roots.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611 for affordable drinking water.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
Wall Hawk football. It's the Mathis Law Firm halftime show on Concho Sports Network. Darren Prater and Chad Curry here. Christina McDowell is the band sweetheart for Wall. Just been crowned as they wrap up their halftime performance. The Hawks lead the early Longhorns 12-0, dominating performance so far for the Hawks. Let's talk about some other games going on around the area in the district tonight.
Well, I said I love this Friday Night Football app. I'm assuming it came out 5 or 6 years ago. I can't remember when. So
I'm just now catching on.
So I'm scrolling out 100 miles out. So if I'm missing a team that you might want to hear, I apologize. I tried 300, and it was so busy that I thought I might lose you guys. But, Wiley's up on Wichita Falls 28-0 at halftime. Impressive score by number 8 Cisco, up 34-0 over number 6 San Saba.
Wow.
And so that's quite a pounding there. Ballinger is up on Sonora 42-0. Chuck Lipsey's my stepbrother out there. They won their district title. I forgot how many years since they won it, but fantastic job by them. Bangs is having a great year, one of Chuck's former places he coached at. They're up 62-7 over Brady. Some random ones through here. Gatesville is up 32-21 over Pecos. Cristobal's up 34-6 over Miles. Erie County is up 38-32 over Eden, so that's a close game to watch. Rock Springs Angoras, what a great name, is up 30-7 over Menard. Mason is up 35-0 over Brackett. Sterling City's putting it to Robert Lee, 76-0. A few other teams on there. Rochelle's up 42-38 over Mullen. Blackwell's up 30-24 over Lorraine. Kind of scrolling down through a few of these others. Looks like Holly and Forsyth are 0-0 at halftime. Reagan County's up 21-6 over Stanton. Baird's up 22-0 over Gorman. Ozona's up 6-0 at halftime. Just a couple others here going down. Number 6, Jim Ned is up 35-0 over Clyde, and Breckenridge is up 35-0 over TLC. So some good games, some competitive games, but some big blowouts here coming to the last end of the week of football for regular season.
Boy, with Cisco really taking it to San Saba, that's not necessarily surprising, but the score.
You know, yeah, 8 number 6 though, and have such a large gap in the score. I'm curious for San Saba. You know, they battle some injuries. You know, of course, this year could be COVID, or do they have some penalties to start the game off? What could have been the reason why it got so out of hand? Or just, you know, Cisco's just that dang good right now. And so that's scary if they are getting in the playoffs. And good job for Cisco for them.
Here are a few more. I hope I'm trying not to repeat them. I hate to say this one. I really do. It's 48-13. Eastland leads Dublin 48-13. Big showdown over in Odessa. Permian leads Odessa High 28-0. Central is up on Midland 27-14. They have a showdown with Permian that will be on Concho Sports Network coming up in just a few weeks. Also, we mentioned Breckenridge 35-0 over TLC. And let's see, La Vega, number 9, leads Brownwood, goodness me, 62-6.
La Vega is a powerhouse nestled right outside the edge of Waco out there, and they got some good players, some great players. And they're a tough one. That was going to be a tough matchup for Brownwood.
Are there any teams you keep up with that aren't in the area that you just like to keep up with?
You know, I probably don't as much as I used to, and now I'm just chasing 3 boys around. So my 6-year-old Caden, I know he's watching at home today. He's got playoffs tomorrow for flag football, so we got a big day tomorrow. We got to get some rest tonight for it. But, you know, I love seeing any teams that pop up that I might have coached at, you know, Hearn, of course, Clyde, and earlier places like that. Midlothian I coached at, Haltom City. I have some buddies that coach in Midlothian Heritage and a few other places around the area that I kind of keep an eye on to see how they're doing. Again, I mentioned earlier Rusty Clippinger. I hired him out at Miles. Great young man. Glad he was at early here, so I've paid attention to them kind of throughout the year for it. And so not necessarily as much as I used to, because now it's my kids besides Caden's game. I got soccer tomorrow, too, for Lane, and Lane's done a fantastic job in his second year with soccer. And so we're busy around the house doing those things, but I do love checking when we do. And I'll be honest with you, my wife, she probably checks more than I do. You know, she gets on, she wants to know what's all going around the area, too. So we're always attached to it, and that'll never change.
Of course, I keep up with my hometown and several other. I like Austin Westlake, number 4, is up on Aikens 24-0. I keep up with them. No reason. I just, you know, good team.
Yeah, good team, good history, and you kind of know what they're doing. They're usually playing a pretty tough opponent as well.
Number 7, Lake Travis is up over Bowie 21-2 right now.
Wow, there you go.
Again, I mentioned that Central is ahead of Midland High School. Central, had some aches and pains starting off, but they're looking pretty good. You
know, that's a great staff, great program, you know, and we talked about it earlier, you know, in high school you do have ups and downs. It's hard to have a great year every year in and out. We bragged on Wall for having 9 years of district championships, things like that. So even Central, a big school, they might be down, a few ups and downs, things like that, but it's a great staff and great program. They're going to continue to win football games going forward.
Well, I hear the guitar riffings of a man they call Slash. Went from AC/DC to Guns N' Roses, so we're getting ready to bring the teams back out onto the field. It's 12-0. Wall leads it, and that's going to wrap up the Mathis Law Firm halftime show. We'll be back here in a few minutes with the third quarter of play. Hawks up over early, 12-0. We'll be back with the third quarter coming up on Concho Sports Network.
W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley Football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex, 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Visit Best Tech Supply or besttechs.com.
The Wall Hawks ready for war as we get ready for the third quarter, wrapping up the Mathis Law Firm halftime show. Hawks lead the early Longhorns by a score of 12-0. Hawks now out on the field, as well as the Longhorns. Want to let you know we're live streaming every Central, Lakeview, and Wall home football game this fall, and you really don't want to miss a moment. It's been a blast. Thanks to everybody that's listened. Thanks to all of our sponsors. And you can watch on your TV on the Concho Sports Network Roku or Fire TV app, or you can just go to conchosports.com, YouTube as well. And if you miss a game and you'd like to watch maybe one of your kids' highlights, it'll be on YouTube over the weekend. So if you miss it live, it's still going to be on YouTube. Also on Facebook, it's all there with Concho Sports Network.
Well, we have a big night tonight. We've mentioned it before, but I just had to go back and recount. 19 seniors for the Hawks. That's a large number that they're going to be missing next year. But a great thing for them. They're playing their final home game here at Hawk Stadium, and so just a fantastic night. Trying to finish it off with a win, but a great moment again for those kids that grew up here, that are moved here, whatever it might be, going through all the hard work and all the effort. And like I said, they've earned a playoff spot this year. We're going to have a fantastic matchup next week versus Boyd. But, again, just a fantastic night again to kind of not only celebrate the football players, but the band members and cheerleaders as well, too. All these people, it's a big night for them, too.
Hawks are going to kick off and get this one underway. Pierce Jamison, the sophomore, to kick it off. The Shirts Landscaping third quarter kickoff is up and away. Good one.
Best kick of the night.
Yeah, dropped inside the 10. Now he has it, trying to run for his life and spin, and there will be a bunch of green and white jerseys that take him down, but he does get some forward motion out to the 15-yard line. That's going to be Alex Jacobs, the senior. He's their leading rusher with 172 yards coming into this game, and his return will set up a 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Well, fantastic play there. Number 43, Kenny Russell there for the Hawks, and Kai Herbert on the tackle. But that's Jamison's best kick of the night there. Pierce Jamison, best kick of the night down there, down to the 10. The closing bins the 25, so he connected well on that. Put early back in the bind here. Look like in their own 17-yard line.
Jamison 16 of 20 on PATs. They haven't tried one of those tonight. 0 for 2 on 2 points. Here come the Longhorns from the 17-yard line. And a short pass out to the 24-yard line. Nice little completion.
Yeah, number 24, Caleb McCullough. We kind of talked about that. Can they get the ball out of the hands a little bit faster? A little sprint out, got the ball out quick, wouldn't allow a chance for pressure on the quarterback or guys in the backfield. And so we'll see if they continue to show that adjustment here the second half going forward.
McCullough, a sophomore, 40 yards receiving for Hayden Schrader, also a sophomore, and your sophomore quarterback. Rolling out to the right. There's a completion again at the 28-yard line. This time it is John Stewart Gordon. Guess what? A sophomore.
There you go. I said great throw, great completion out there. Great cut block by the running back, too, to kind of get to the edge. 23 for the Hawks. Number Pierce Stevens coming off. But you said got blocked in there, gave a little bit of running room or throwing lane, I should say that, for the quarterback completion and a first down. And
yeah, Texas Bank first down for the early Longhorns.
I think that's their second of the night so far, and so we'll see what they can keep on doing here.
2 receptions in a row. Of course, quarterback Jackson Price, a sophomore as well, also plays defensive back. High throw to the sideline, and that one's going to be incomplete, intended for the junior Riley Hill.
Well, they try to repeat the same play. So what they did earlier was they put trips to the boundary. That's the narrow side of the field, and sprinted out, found the open wide receiver, pretty much just flipped that play. Put a one-on-one situation on the edge. You get a lead block by the running back number 4 there, John Stewart Gordon. A little high on the pass there, but evidently that's something they saw and they liked with the matchups. They've done it twice so far.
So the boundary would be the short side of the field?
So we're trips right now to the boundary. The wide side of the field is a single receiver.
Okay. Here's the pass.
Oh, miscommunication.
Deep, and it could be intercepted, and it sure is. 40-yard line, 35. Kai Herbert. He could go. He does.
Great play by Kai Herbert. He read the ball, not the player. The ball is always the issue. Miscommunication on the offensive side there by the sophomore quarterback. Great play, great run on the sideline. The Hawks couldn't ask for a better start to the second half.
Pick 6 for Kai Herbert to put the Hawks up 18-0 with 10.5 to go as we start the third quarter. Will they go for 2 again? Haven't gotten the 2 yet in 2 attempts.
Moving out of the swinging gate into the extra point position here, trying to connect on this. I tell you, that swinging gate, they ran 2 plays out of it. If anything, for the next weeks of playoffs, every team has to practice that swinging gate and what plays they might run out of it.
Jamison has the kick up, and this is going to be good. That's 17 he's made on the year, and that puts the Hawks up 19-0. We'll be back with the Shirts Landscaping Hawk kickoff after this on Concho Sports Network.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
Shirts Landscape Company is as well-rooted in the Texas soil as the nursery stock we grow and sell. Shirts Landscape has a large year-round retail plant nursery and is your local source for landscaping design and installation, lawn care and maintenance, and sprinkler installation. We offer free consultation and can work with any size job and
At Hawk Field, as the Hawks Shirts Landscaping kickoff is fielded at the 5. And some running room, a good little return there across the 25, still going. And the pile will fall forward past the 35-yard line. That's going to be Trey Beam, the junior, on the return. It's a 19-0 lead for the Hawks. Kai Herbert, a pick 6, went over 50 yards to score. Jamison's extra point made it 19-0 with 10 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Like I said, a great run there by Trey Beam. Looks like number 22, Justice Watkins, and number 30, Nathan Pepper on the tackle for it. Curious to see how the sophomore quarterback responds. They showed the ability to throw the ball, move it around a little bit. You know, when you throw the ball, that's one of the things that can happen is an interception. So I'm curious to see what they show up here in the second half.
And here's a short pass in the flat. Short run afterwards past the 40-yard line.
Yeah, completion of number 21, Tyson Tyler. They're doing kind of what we talked about at halftime, get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback in a hurry, quick passes, quick game, things like that. They're having success with it. The interception return, of course, set them back, but they might have found a little bit here to kind of keep them going here the second half, and we'll see what happens.
Second down and 5 now for the Longhorns. Wall football brought to you by W&W AFCO Steel. Thanks for joining us on the live stream. He has a running back to his right. He will hand off to him, and a vicious hit at the 45-yard line knocks Alex Jacobs backwards, a few yards on the gain for the senior.
Number 51, Josh Balcom there with a good hit. You know, interested in high school football there. We had a little corner blitz by number 22, Justice Watkins. He did his job, stayed to the outside guy. Play came to the inside. New formation we've seen now from early. We call that a little sniffer back, the fullback there in shotgun, but he's behind either the guard or the tackle. But got a little, looks like a little lead play right there. Setting up a 3rd and 2, or 3rd and long, 3rd and long 2 and 3rd and 3.
Ball at the 45-yard line. 2 in the flight pattern. They're going to go out of the eye, and this time Price will bow under and hand off. It looks like a Texas Bank first down. Pile goes backwards. I think he got it.
Yeah, a little dive there to number 3, Trey Beam. Just got a little bit of seal in there, small back in there. It can be an advantage. It's hard to kind of see when you're back there heading behind people, but able to get a first down there. And, again, another first down for early. 2 the second half so far, only 1 the first half, so they're moving positive. They just had a unfortunate interception earlier to start the second half.
2 interceptions tonight for early, the latest, a pick 6 to Kai Herbert. 1 interception tonight for Haskins and the Wall Hawks. That puts him at 3 on the year. I formation again. And a good run out of a tackle into Wall Hawk territory at the 46-yard line. That is Trey Beam. And a tough run. He took a hard hit right at the end of that run.
Yeah, watch this names. This is a replay here. Looks like, again, just a straight dive. Made the first man miss. Drew Morrison and Taven Espinoza get the hit. Again, we mentioned him on defense quite a few times. Now on offense, shifty little runner. If they can get the running game going along with the quick passing game, it makes them a lot more effective. It's going to build their confidence.
Clock is at 8 minutes in the third quarter. Again, the I formation. Toss right. And drug down at the 45-yard line is Alex Jacobs.
All right, well, great tackle there by the freshman Nathan Pepper. You know, the Hawks showed their speed. A little toss to the outside. You got to love seeing a freshman out there, getting out there, making a tackle, running them down, making about 3rd and 2.
Very doable for the Longhorns. They've been getting a little more yards. They had no rushing yards going into the half. They're getting a few now.
Again, this builds momentum for them. And so if they can get a first down here again, it just builds that energy. Curious what they'll run here on 3rd and 2. Ran dive a few times earlier. Hawks stacked the box. Ran dive again. That time it didn't work. Drew Morrison met him right in the backfield, set up a 4th and 3.
Do you think it helps the defense having Morrison a little fresher?
It does. You know, that's the hard thing in small school football is playing both ways. You know, you're an iron warrior doing that, but when you can rest someone, keep them fresh on one side of the ball, both mentally and physically, it's a huge play for it. The Shenanigans is a replay showed again. I think Drew, being the senior quarterback, just realized, hey, you've done this to us 3 times on this drive. You know, we're going to come down. I'm going to stop this, and he did.
Well, it's hard to grasp how tough that is, playing quarterback and playing defense, especially in the flexbone offense where you have to block and get hit a lot.
You do, and then try and play linebacker where you're going to get cut and hit all the time.
Here's the pass. Falls incomplete. Pass intended for Caleb McCullough, the sophomore.
Well, great call there by Coach Slater defensively. 4th and 2. Probably expected the pass. Maybe another sprint out again. Sent 2 guys off the edge. Forced the quick pass and the inaccurate pass there, which we hadn't seen much from the quarterback on that one, but sets up a first down for the Hawk offense.
Nice to be here on senior night. Nice, healthy crowd for both teams. Honoring the kids playing for their last time here on the field in Wall. But they still have playoffs to look forward to. And here is Dominic Garcia. Spinning, fumble inside the 40-yard line, past the 35-yard line. Longhorns say that they have it. They might.
I haven't called it yet.
Longhorn football.
There you go. Like I said, that's a great energy play for them. Shenanigans, this is a replay showing here. Running the veer to the inside. Great handoff to Dominic. Tries to make a spin. Oh, gets spun around. Ended up making a great play there. Looked like number, I want to say 33. I don't think that's quite right. Frankie Villarreal. I think it was another linebacker there or secondary play for early. But great play. He might have been the guy that recovered it too. Or at least got some life again now. Showed a little bit of ability to move the ball last time on offense. See if they can do it again.
1st and 10 from the 43. They start with good field position. Again from the I formation with wides to both sides. Pitch right. Looking for somewhere to go, and he won't get a whole lot. I believe that's Trey Beam.
Yeah, Trey Beam, I think, on the run on that one. Number 23, Pierce Stevens on the tackle. You know, they had some success in the inside run with that, but getting to the outside and that toss and speed, they're not quite fast enough versus the Hawks on it. I wouldn't be surprised again if they go back to that shotgun and maybe throw a little bit of that quick screen game to the outside edge, try and get the ball out in a hurry, but we have an injury right now.
We have an early Longhorn down temporarily. You want something to eat while watching the game? San Angelo to go, restaurant delivery. They deliver all your local favorites. Order at sanangelotogo.com, or you can get their easy app from the iTunes or Google Play Store. San Angelo to go, the local way to go. Provided you remember your Apple ID, which I forget mine every time.
We use San Angelo to go, especially supporting local, and that's what we all like here, especially in the community. But they do a fantastic job. It looks like number 68, Bradley Roman, is the junior offensive lineman for early that's walking gingerly off the field.
Pretty big kid. He's just a junior. Offensive lineman, defensive lineman for the Longhorns.
Well, you know, we mentioned this earlier on the air and off the air. Early's young. Early's going to be back next year and going to be better. They got some good-looking kids. They've shown the ability to hustle and fight and keep a game close where they can. Their mistakes are mostly young mistakes, and so I'm going to be impressed with them. I'll be excited to watch them not only this year, playoffs next week, but also next season, because I think they're going to keep getting better is what it looks like.
Of course, it's exciting for them to be in the playoffs and get that experience with these young kids as well.
Absolutely. That's, again, we said it earlier, big community thing when you make the playoffs, so just excited for them. Like I said, we'll see what they come out here after that little injury, making it 2nd and 10.
You don't see the I formation all that much. We're seeing it quite a bit from them. Not right now. Back to the shotgun.
Uh-oh.
Short pass, and he escapes. 50, 45, 40. Still on his feet at the 30. Finally down inside the 30-yard line. What a great catch and run by Riley Hill.
No, absolutely. Threw a slant. Actually to the back shoulder, which was probably not intentional, but it threw it to the other side of the defender. And what he's coached to do, ends up making a great catch and great run. Gets run down there by number 22, Justice Watkins. That's hard for the corner. Like I said there, number Weston Sims, he's told to attack that inside shoulder where the ball should be. Happens to go to the backside shoulder. Makes a catch, and then said makes a big run out of it. But again, they're getting confidence after a turnover and a successful series in the second half.
John Stewart Gordon wide to the right side of the field. As the handoff goes to Alex Jacobs, he's going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, number 44, Blake Hodnett there kind of running that down. That was a very slow developing counter, and so it allowed the ability for the Hawks speed on defense to get in the backfield and pretty much make a no gain.
Balcom leads with 3 sacks. Russell and Hodnett each have a sack apiece. Espinoza has 3 interceptions. Wiggins, Richardson, Watkins, Stevens, Russell, all with interceptions, and Kai Herbert with a pick 6 tonight. Big hole up the middle.
Well,
nice gain for Trey Bean.
That looked like a little inside trap. That's an old school play out of the I formation. You kind of fake it outside, follow the pull alignment on the inside. Let's see, we watch it here. No puller, just a fake backside dive, or fake the pitch, do the inside dive. Great tackle by Tyvin Espinoza, because if he didn't make that tackle, Trey Bean probably would have scored on that play.
3rd down and 4.
Got a free
going
play.
To the end zone. Tipped out of the air and incomplete. A good job by Justice Watkins to knock it out of the air.
Watching here on the replay, Hawks jump off sides. The young quarterback knows it's a free play, throws it up. Justice Watkins makes a great play, but when we played the Cornerstone Christian and they had their D1 athlete on the edge, Justice Watkins made a lot of plays there. He's a solid corner, and we've been impressed every time we've had a chance to watch the Hawks.
Cornerstone Christian, the first loss for the Hawks this year. Midland Christian, obviously they have a pretty good team as well. That was their second loss, then Jim Ned, as Jim Ned climbed into the top 10.
Well, you know, both those private schools, when the 6As and 5As and all that decided not to play till late, they had a lot of move-ins, and so those private schools got a lot of benefit out of that, which made it tough competition. I know that doesn't make Coach Guy happy by any means. You still want to get a win, but it definitely made it tougher and not your average 3A or 4A team that you're going to play.
On the Texas Bank first down, short gain inside the Schertz Landscaping red zone.
Like I said, Early's knocking on the door here, having success. Walls, again, had the turnover. Kind of just a great play by the receiver earlier on the slant route, then the offsides. And so if Early's trying to press the game in here, it's a 2-score ball game, and we're still in the third quarter.
I formation again with wides to both sides. There's the pitch, and it is on the ground.
Great call.
The Longhorns will get it back, but it's going to be quite a loss back past the 25-yard line.
You know, it's a little corner blitz right there, and coming off the edge again, as the replay shows it. 24 Kai Herbert coming in, too solid on his backside eye. Didn't want to catch the ball when that happens. Tavin Espinoza, again, being the man of the spot. Interception, a sack earlier, big tackle earlier. Gets the fumble. Great job by the Hawk defense there. Great call by Coach Slaughter there, sending the pressure off the edge, especially as a corner. You just don't see that very often anymore. And so fantastic all the way around.
Clock is at 3:32, 19-0. Hawks lead it. Haskins, short pass, completed. 35 and close to the 40-yard line on the reception. That is Jacob Richardson.
You know, I thought I heard the coaches next to us yelling, nobody's over the top of number 2 the last series. And so they come out this series here, same alignment. They know they have themselves a little 5-yard catch. Easy pitch and catch as a quarterback receiver. Get a first down out of it, and great play.
Richardson had 79 yards receiving coming into the game. He will be split to the far side of the field. They'll have 2 on the far side. Double wings and Herbert in motion. Handoff to Dom. He's close to midfield. And again, a good tough run from Dominic Garcia. He's close to a Texas Bank first down. I think he got one.
Well, I was kind of wondering it took so long to blow the whistle on that one. That's what gets kids get hurt. They spinning them around. Nobody blows anything, but tough run there. Held on to the ball that time, even though he was getting spun around. Make sure he wasn't going to fumble this time, and so a good first down run.
What do you teach? Somebody said the echo of the whistle is when you stop playing. I think I heard that on TV.
That might have been a fancy thing. We always just tell them to play to the whistle there. But when it gets held up like that, I always just worry somebody's going to get hurt, a cheap shot, somebody's going to come in. If it gets held up, just blow the whistle. Let's go to the next play.
Haskins going to keep it around the right side, and he's inside the 45-yard line, down to around the 43.
Good shifty run. Again, I couldn't quite see it from here, but I think that was midline again. Again, you just free open that first tackle outside the center to the play side there. He takes the dive, quarterback keeps it, runs it next to him. That's a tough play to defend. That's one of my favorite plays to call and one of the plays I hated going against as a coach.
So you have some plays in mind that you hate to see, like a handful of them?
Well, I tell you, this offense I couldn't stand. And like I said, it was a tough one. There's an answer for everything as the Hawks are showing. Great run there on the edge, great blocking on the outside. They can formation you to death, put you in a bad position. They can do various things, and no matter which side you're lined up in. And so when it's running, it's hard to defend. But love seeing the bodies getting out there and blocking up front. Number 50 is a big lineman for the Hawks. Goodness.
That's a Texas Bank first down for Dominic Garcia on the carry.
Well, 50 must have a new jersey because he's not on the roster that we have. So, Mama, I'm sorry if that is your son. But that's a great play for him to get out on the edge and keep going.
Texas Bank first down inside the 30. Haskins pitch goes low. Garcia gets it, drops it, and the Longhorns may have it.
They do. Like I said, somebody shot the edge, couldn't quite get the pitch, fumbled it around a little bit. Like I said, though, great play by Early's hanging around. And, again, this is about Hawks' mistakes while they're hanging around. But, kudos to them for keep playing with energy. Energy is what forces those turnovers like that. They had a player get in the backfield there in the Shanghai's instant replay show us. And fortunately, they got the ball back. And, not much time left again. But, again, it's a 3-score game. Early can mount something here late in the third or early in the fourth, get it to a 2-score game. It can still be a ball game going forward.
1 minute 21 to go in the third quarter. Wallhawk football brought to you by W&W AFCO Steel on Concho Sports Network. 19-0, but the Longhorns still breathing at this point. That's 3 turnovers for Wall tonight, an interception, 2 fumbles. Whistles blow.
Delay of game off a turnover. Is that right?
Delay of game against the Longhorns.
Wow. You tell the coach over there is looking at the sideline going, what are you talking about? What do you mean? That didn't seem like it was a long play to get started and get going, but puts Early in a bind here. I was going to say they've enjoyed this I formation under center, and so they're sticking with it.
Like I said, you don't really see the I too terribly much these days. It used to be everybody. Across the middle, here's the pass. It goes up for it, tipped again, and it will fall incomplete. The intended receiver, the senior Tyson Tyler on the play.
Well, I'll give it to Jackson Price there. He put that ball where it's supposed to be in 21 there. Unfortunately, Tyson Tyler didn't quite make the play. But, no, you don't see the I formation very often. Usually if they are under center, it's a variation of what Wall does or some various things with that. But, I heard this from an old coach a long time ago. You got to be better, you got to be different. Right now they're being different in the I formation. If it's giving them some success with what's going on, and they're sticking with it going forward.
Going to utilize your fullback. There's pitch to the left side from the I. And a good little run across the 30 out to the 35-yard line for Alex Jacobs.
Yeah, in that I formation, it's real easy to get the extra blocker out in front of you in a hurry like that and get the ball to a running back. So 6 yards, they'll be pleased with that. But 3rd and 10 here, Hawks have dominated on 3rd down this game. I'm assuming, again, probably going to send some pressure, probably off the edge again. They like getting that quarterback to the outside. And they've had some guys on some quick passes be open on these third situations. Quarterback hadn't been able to connect with him, but we'll see right here.
Tyson Tyler wide to the near side.
Yep.
Back stands to the right of the quarterback, and there's an incomplete pass. Tried to hit somebody on a slant.
Yeah, I tried to come to 21. Tyson Tyler on that, single him up on the outside edge. This young quarterback just didn't make a good throw, and that happens at the high school level. And so Hawks force a punt, and again, great series for the Hawks after a turnover. Game, it's probably closer than it should be because of the penalties and the turnovers that the Hawks have had. But right now they're 19-0. They're trying to make sure they can get this return and get into the fourth quarter.
Chase Rios will stand at his own 30-yard line. Snap and the punt barely will go past midfield and take a wall hawk bounce, so the Hawks will start off in early Longhorn territory at the 47-yard line as Gabe Haskins and company come back out on the field.
Ball is down at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Hawks are in great field position here. We'll get one play here before the end of the third quarter, but that's the second or third drive offensively they've been able to start on the early side of the 50-yard line, and so try to take advantage of it here as we try to get closer here to the fourth quarter going forward.
474 yards against Clyde last week, 3 100-plus yard rushers, but also Tate Williams had a team record 17 pancakes last week.
He is impressive. He has definitely earned that scholarship to Baylor and blessed to do that for it. But him and the whole offensive line, every game we've seen has been impressive. They play hard, they play tough, they play as a unit. I'm sure even Tate would say he's just as good as the next guys next to him, but he's an impressive player for sure. And I know Baylor's a great team that he's going to go to and have a lot of success with them.
And that is the horn ending the third quarter. One more to go. The score, the Wall Hawks 19, the early Longhorns nothing. Hawks with the ball. We're back with the fourth quarter when we return after this on Concho Sports Network.
Budget. From the weekend do-it-yourself project to a full-scale installation, we look forward to working with you. Shirts Landscape Company, located at the corner of Knickerbocker and Johnson.
Come and see us at Shenanigans, the best sports bar and grill in San Angelo. We'll have every Central, Lakeview, and Wall-Home football game from Concho Sports Network to watch on our many big screen TVs. And don't forget to try our ribeye steak bits or chicken fried steak on Friday night. We also have NFL Sunday Ticket, so drop by for the best food in town every Friday and Sunday while you watch the game. Shenanigans, 3250 Sherwood Way.
There where they have some of those good athletes, and I know we're back on here. You guys listen to us, but Kenny Vaccaro was an early graduate, played at Texas, played for the Saints. They've had a few players over history and time have been pretty good for them.
We were talking about the Longhorns, nice new stadium. Talking about Kenny Vaccaro, the former early player, played in the NFL, played for the Longhorns. It is 19-0. We are about to start the fourth quarter. Hawks in command, and they have the ball at the 46-yard line of early. Haskins, option, takes a hit as he gets the pitch to Rios. Rios goes wide. Sideline still on his feet. Inside the 30, he'll have a Texas Bank first down.
Yeah, watching the replay again. Like I said, fake the dive on the inside, read the end, pitch it to the outside edge. You got Tate Williams out there, Luke Lipsy, number 50. I said we don't have your name out there, but I love seeing linemen downfield and hustling. That's a huge reason why offenses have success, or players making blocks downfield. And so great run there for the Wall Hawks.
First and 10, 26-yard line. Texas Bank first down for Rios. Rios is a senior, been a long-time workhorse for the Wall Hawks. And here he goes again. Rios, 15. Inside the Shirts Landscaping red zone, and a Texas Bank first down around the 11-yard line for Rios.
Great play right there. Number 53, Shane Hoppin with the kick-out block. Senior player in there, getting the start now over the last two games. Rios, great job on the outside, just using his speed, getting on the edge. So, again, Wall's starting to click right here on this drive, trying to punch one in here, trying to take all the energy they can out of early. Again, hats off to early. They've stayed in it. They've stayed competitive. Haven't quite been able to put points on the board, but they've been fighting the whole time.
I was telling you, I remember one of my memories of early Longhorns when I lived in the area. They upset De Leon one year, and it was a capacity crowd, really exciting at early. Haskins, pitch right side. Trying to turn the corner, and he won't get there. Kai Herbert pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, by number 3, Trey Bean. We've called him out there, but there was 3 early Longhorns. Again, they're hustling. They're not going to make it easy for the Hawks. Again, just kind of strung the play out on the edge there and makes it a very minimal gain at the most.
It's interesting how teams change as far as classification and size, because I remember when Goldthwait was a regular foe of the early Longhorns.
Yeah, it is. The small schools, and depends on where you're at, kind of shrink, or some grow on that, and so it does change the size and who they play over time.
Haskins pitch left. Rios spins, and he runs into trouble. He's going to go down for a loss on the play.
Yeah, I thought I'd sit here the same thing. Number 70, that was 78, Marcus Moore, one of the guys we talked about. But quarterback did everything he could. He read it. He read the end. He read the outside linebacker, got the pitch out there. Early just had one excess player that allowed the defensive lineman to run the heel lines we mentioned earlier, come down and make a play.
Under 10 minutes to go in the game. Hawks lead 19-0. Darren Prater and Chad Curry here in the First Community Credit Union press box at the Herb Biederman booth. Honored Herb, 52 years of calling games for the Hawks. Haskins looking to throw. He has a completion. It doesn't go very far, though, as the pass completed to Jacob Richardson.
Yeah, again, Trey Beam on the tackle there. Also Tucker Hell, and also number 14 looks like Jeremy Brown for early. Completion was there, but just too many early bodies and guys hustling around and making plays. Again, just kudos to early. They're playing hard and playing tough, and they're making a wall earn it here inside the Church red zone.
It'll be 4th down and 8. They need to get to about the 3.
Looks like that, but 3, maybe 4. It's kind of hard to tell from the angle here.
3 receivers. Haskins wants to throw. Go into the end zone. Up, and it's grabbed out of bounds. Did he hang on to it out of bounds? Or
yeah, he hung on to it, but it looks like his left foot there touched the white line. Great athletic play going up the field. Here's the replay. Looking on the edge.
Jacob Richardson.
Yeah, number 1 target. Goes up in high points, which you love to see. We'll see if we get the angle and see it, and that left foot just comes out of bounds, unfortunately. And so great effort, great play. Just didn't quite get it done. Again, stop for early defense. Hawks slow down again inside the red zone. Those are the type of things that you get into playoffs. You got to move the ball down the field, and you got to punch it in when you get inside the 20. You got to come out with some type of points there.
By the way, it's been so long. I have your relative's glasses with me. A Wall Hawk fan that you know lent me some reading glasses when I locked mine in my truck a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I know Luke Lipsey's dad, Scott Lipsey. He was the fan that helped out on that. Oh, double pass down the field.
There it is, and it is complete. 40-yard line. Going to be a foot race. See if Richardson can get him, and he does inside the 35-yard line.
Like I said, Hayden Schroeder on the catch there. You see it on the replay. Great call, number 4. John Stewart Gordon throws the ball, puts it where it needs to be. Hawks are so pressed up the field. Just pretty much fortunate that Jacob Richardson was just in the backfield there to make a play. If he wasn't there, that would have been a touchdown for the early Longhorns, but great momentum play for it.
Texas Bank first down for the Horns. Sophomore Jackson Price had over 80 yards rushing coming into the game. Throws to the sideline, and it is out of.
Looks like a catch there. You got to cut. Yeah, number 4 just threw the pass. John Stewart Gordon running a hard route. He presses hard up 10 yards, breaks it off to the right, gets some separation. Good throw by the quarterback. Get that foot down. First down. You know, Early's shown some impressive moments and impressive things. They just haven't been able to put it over the end zone yet.
Texas Bank first down gets him to the 25.
Good tough run right there. Ooh, he's still going.
Inside the 15-yard line, still on his feet. Took a whole lot of bodies to bring him down. See if that was Beam or Jacobs.
You got some bodies in there trying to get him down there for it. Good tough run.
Now 70's a big kid.
They got some good size up front. 22, Justice Watkins, I think, again on the tackle on that one for it.
Shirts Landscaping red zone. The early Longhorns, is this their first visit to the red zone?
I believe so. They have not been here too often. Great tackle by number 30, Nathan Pepper.
Oh, wow.
The freshman again, meeting him in the backfield. Like I said, that was a fantastic play. Watching number 30 here, defensive side of the ball. Ball snap, open lane, go see it. We call that cloudy clear. That was clear. You go run through there and make a tackle. So great play by the young man.
So they used the fullback out of the eye that time. Right? That was
yeah, that's Trey Bean. They used that some earlier and had success with it. So you like seeing the freshman get in there and kind of blow it up.
You don't see that a lot, though, the fullback getting the ball out of a lot of formations these days.
No, they don't. Again, that's kind of an old school mentality to it, and I think more teams probably should if you're going to be in that situation.
Ball kept by number 10, Jackson Price.
I always like the plays where you'd sneak the fullback out and throw him the ball.
Oh, it's tough, yeah. Because like I said, you're going to ask a linebacker or safety to try to pick him up, and their eyes are in the backfield trying to stop the run. You can dump it out to him. That's a That's a good play for it.
It was one of my favorite plays in my vast coaching career on the Xbox.
There you go.
Wides to both sides in the Church Landscaping red zone, and the pile goes forward inside the 5-yard line.
Well, they've run that twice now. They're just look, quarterback sneak, 2 plays in a row. Got the first down last time. Looks like got 6 yards off of it. And so Coach Slaughter's making a quick little change here. You know, it looks like they got some of the younger guys in there playing right now, giving them some reps and some time. They're up here on a Friday night, with 6 minutes to go, and so you like seeing them get an experience, but, Coach Slaughter and Coach Gow do not want to give up a touchdown if they can't, but good experience for the young guys.
Watch out for Gordon. He's wide to the right, one-on-one.
Great play again.
Handoff, wow.
Again, Nathan Pepper, that's a great play. Know the family, and I know the mom and dad are probably thrilled, and their parents as well, and so that's just great. Again, opportunity for these young kids to get out here before playoffs start. Great tackle, great play.
Yeah, Pepper's making his presence known tonight.
Absolutely.
Going to bring up 3rd down from the 5-yard line, 4-yard line.
Let's see if these young kids can get a stop here. Actually, they got some young ones out there.
From the shotgun, slot to the left, 3 receivers. Throwing to the end zone, it's way overthrown and incomplete.
No, great pressure. Looks like number 58, David Ham, there on the outside, a junior player, getting a chance to get on the field. Put a little pressure on the young quarterback. 4th down, big play. He said if you can get a stop, and especially with I'd say it's your number 2s, but your younger guys getting some experience right now, just builds you momentum here. So it's hopefully a great opportunity for these guys out here.
From the 5.5 minutes to go in the game. They'll send 4 receivers, 3 to this side, the wide side.
Ooh.
Whoa, blitz coming. Ball thrown to the end zone, bobbled and incomplete.
Yeah, they got caught there offsides. And those young kids, somebody moved, they all moved. And so this will bring half the distance to about 4th down and goal from the 2.5, 3-yard line.
Wall fans getting down tonight, enjoying those Twizzlers. I love game food.
Oh, absolutely. It's part of it. You want some money for the concession stand, you got to enjoy it out there as a crowd.
Yeah, when you're little, go beg your parents. Middle of the game.
Hawks are going to be blitzing here on the inside.
Ball is on the 2-yard line after the penalty, and that's going to be a timeout. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout for early. That'll leave them with 2. 5.5 to go in the 4th quarter. 19-0 Hawks lead. We will take a break as well. We'll be back after this on Concho Sports Network.
As San Angelo's only locally owned bank, Texas Bank loves West Texas, and we love football. Strong traditions like West Texas football have roots that run deep, much like Texas Bank. For over 57 years, Texas Bank has called San Angelo home while building a reputation as one of the most successful banks in Texas. See what we have to offer, and we think you will agree. While other banks have branches, Texas Bank has roots.
Angelo RO Express is San Angelo's local affordable drinking water choice. Water plays a vital role in our daily life, and having the best drinking water for your family is important. Rent a quality reverse osmosis system starting at $28.50 a month with a free local standard installation. So why overpay for something you can get right here for less?
Call my Uncle Larry.
You heard the girl. Call Angelo Oro Express at 325-277-8611.
And goal for the Longhorns, going for it, and the pile goes forward, and it looks like it's an early touchdown. The Longhorns are on the board.
I was kind of curious what they might come out there with. They got young guys on defense. Quarterback, as soon as he touched the center's butt, they snapped the ball and got after it. For those young guys who aren't used to that's an easy one to fall to. And so congrats to Early. They got on the board. I know Wall wanted to hold them out there on the 4th down. But like I said, good job for Early being able to get themselves a drive and get on the board.
Looks like they're going to kick the extra point instead of going for 2. Snaps down. Kick is on the way. Kick is good. So the score, Wall 19, Early 7 with 5:18 to go in the ball game. We'll be back with the Church Landscaping early kickoff right after this on Concho Sports Network.
For affordable drinking water.
At VGI Technology, our mission is to connect and protect our communities using innovative technologies while providing an exceptional customer experience. Everyone on our team took part in creating this mission statement, and everyone on our team is committed to stand by every word. So for your home and office internet, security, cameras, and smart technology, call on your neighbors at locally owned VGI. VGI, to connect and protect.
Quarterback Jackson Price puts the early Longhorns on the board with 5:18 to go in the game. It's Wall 19, early 7. Price gets the keeper from 2 yards out and the extra point good. No quit in this early team. Still playing hard with 5 minutes to go in the game. And here comes the Schertz Landscaping kickoff from the Longhorns. They're going to try a little onside kick, it looks like. Wall easily gets it, and they will take it to the 40-yard line of early, and that's where they will start.
Good call by Coach Guy there. There's a little less than 6 minutes left. Right out his hands team. That's something they practice probably on Thursday afternoons. Maybe run it again on Friday one time there. They were ready for it. For early, they didn't quite get the bounce. Usually you want to kick that, and by the second time it turns over, it kicks up high in the air, and never got it quite so fast there. So Wall's going to try to just pretty much take care of the ball. If they score, great. But most importantly, just work down this clock.
1st and 10 from the 40. 5:08 officially on the clock. Hawks handoff. It's Garcia. Still moving his feet, still fighting. Forward motion ended somewhere around the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
Up 2nd down.
Marcus Moreland there on the tackle there. We mentioned him earlier, one of the players to watch. There's like a little just dive play there to the inside. He ends up wrapping up, making a play. Again, Hawks thing right now, the more importantly, is just kind of keep working this clock down. And, again, make sure everybody's healthy as you can and get out of here. Maybe get some guys experience, but, again, work that clock down here, get out of here for a W and be healthy going into Boyd to play versus Boyd next week.
Getting ready to head a few hours up the road to Dublin next Thursday night to take on Boyd in By District. Gabe Haskins, the quarterback. Garcia, the fullback. Herbert in motion. He's going to throw it. Haskins steps up. He's grabbed, and Haskins is sacked at the 35.
Great play there. Looks like by, I must say 51, but I don't quite have, 61. There we go, 61. Braden Schwartz. I know that's his second sack of the night, but he's had a few more pressures as well. And so Wall try to take a shot there, but the best thing is, again, the clock keeps running for him.
4 minutes and running in the 4th quarter. And for these teams, the regular season will end. Of course, it's a strange year, so a lot of 6A teams still have regular games to go. Haskins can't escape the defender this time.
Yeah, Tate Williams, you kind of saw the frustration there at the end of the play. You see it in the replay as well. He was supposed to either block down. They shifted late. Yeah, he blocked down. Tate just kind of got a little head over his feet there instead of getting underneath his pads. And 78 there.
Marcus Moreland, we've said his name a few
times.
Quite
a few times there making a play. So great play by him.
Big, strong, tough kid. Will he be returning? He's a senior. This could be the team that really starts early in a great direction heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll be curious to know who they match up with next week just to kind of see, how they play. Again, I've been impressed with them.
Whistle blows.
Timeout by the Hawks, it looks like.
So Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back after this. It's Hawk football on Concho Sports Network.
I haven't seen the sign yet.
Football fans, stop by Wingstop in Southwest Plaza before or after the game. We have the best wings in town and offer curbside pickup and delivery. So stop by Friday night and celebrate with Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road.
There was 1 year. Yeah. It's 3:04 to go in the fourth quarter. 19-7. Wall leads early. They have the ball. It is 4th down, though, for the Hawks.
This is a big conversion here. If you get it, ball game's over. If it's not, early's got to have some miracles kind of happen. But we'll see what the Hawks do here. Try to get him to jump.
Haskins' pitch left goes to Rios. And Rios will get a Texas Bank first down near the 25.
That should do it for the Hawks here. Like I said, you might have to get one more first down to run the clock out going through. But watching the replay here in shenanigans, toss getting to the outside edge. Like I said, everybody's getting a body on a body. That's a great play for it.
You want to watch Concho Sports Network games on your TV live in high def? All you have to do is install the Concho Sports Network Roku or Amazon Fire TV app. You can install them now on either device. All you have to do is search Concho Sports. We invite you to check it out to get the best viewing experience for these games. And
I'll tell you, one of our fantastic fans let me know, too, of the San Saba score. San Saba has, fumble by the Hawks here. Let's finish this up.
Whoop, and that's going to be
turnover. Yeah, not what the Hawks wanted.
4 turnovers tonight.
Yeah, that's not what they wanted on that. You see the replay here, just kind of bobbles the snap. It's in there. It's in the breadbasket. Kyle Herbert's an older player enough to know that, to squeeze onto that one for it.
Boy, Trey Beam sure does hustle.
Yeah, he does. He gets after it. But I was going to say, one of our favorite fans here just let us know that San Saba has 7 starters out along with COVID and everything, and that's kind of why that score got out of hand with Cisco for it. And that's just tough at small school ball. Nobody has that backup. And so this is one of those years that your number 1 down to your number 3 all better be ready to play. It's just tough with those things kind of going on.
I love San Saba's field, Rogan Field, the graveyard.
Oh, I did not know his nickname.
The graveyard's built on an old graveyard.
Did not know that.
That's going to be a Texas Bank first down and completion for early. Yeah, the rumor has it kids will be running down the field and something mysterious will grab them.
There he gets. Oh, that old turf monster or whatever you want to call it out there. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, great pitch and catch there again. They're moving the ball, throwing it deep here. Found it in the corner.
Wow, in double coverage. Caught inside the 20-yard line.
Early's not quitting right now. Okay, they're trying to get after it. So they're going to need some miracles. That's 2 big plays.
Good throw from Jackson Price. Right where it needed to be.
Yes, in the breadbasket. Drop it in the bucket. It's one of the best times I ever heard on that.
Drop it.
Just drop it in the bucket. That was a good shot. Again, impressive play by number 10, Jackson Price.
You didn't say when you throw the ball, there's 3 things can happen and 2 of them are bad.
That's right.
That's a good old school quote.
It's a great old school quote, but, throwing the ball, it's excitement. Kids love it. And so your Hawks backing off a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if they start sending some pressure, though, if they get a completion here.
Price throws, completes inside the 15-yard line inside the Schertz Landscaping red zone.
And number 12, Drew Morrison there on the tackle. Now, I know, again, they get a little bit tighter. Walls had success by sending pressure, not sitting back in coverage here. I know they're trying to prevent the deep ball, which you got to. But I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Slaughter dials it up right here. Especially now you get a chance to look at the sideline. Coach Slaughter's calling calls out there. There we go. Looks like we're getting a little pressure. Man coming to the inside.
Out of the shotgun, Price throws across the middle. It's just out of the reach of the intended receiver at the 2-yard line.
Now, good cover there by Bryson Ballard. Yeah, the ball was just a little bit ahead of him. They call that NFL open, which, of course, is high school level, but that's one of those NFL players somehow stick it right where it needs to be on that one. In a high school, that's a tough play to complete, especially with the body dragging behind you.
We're talking about short passes when you're near the end zone, like the Seahawks against the Patriots. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Sometimes you can get a little too cute. Here comes the pressure we talked about.
3rd and 3, there's a block. He gets to the outside, Price throws it away.
Just throws it away. Not a bad play right there. Again, I've been impressed with him. Price has been a very good-looking quarterback, accurate for the most part, tough kid. But good call by Coach Slaughter there. We thought it might be coming to that pressure. Get him out of his comfort zone back there. I would expect the same here on 4th and 3.
I just made the connection, Coach Price and quarterback is Price.
I did not even notice that either. Without knowing the history of everything going on right now, your son's the quarterback. It usually means he grows up in the system or paying attention, kind of have an idea. And so it helps. It definitely helps.
4 receivers. It's 4th and 3. See if the Hawks can get one final stop. Price under pressure. And he had to throw it quickly. He was hearing footsteps that time.
Yeah, it looked like his number 1 wide receiver got knocked down on the play, which is a great job by the defense on there. Great stop by the Hawks. Got a little bit of scare there because of the turnover. Those things they got to get cleaned up going into the playoffs. But that should do it for the Wall Hawks here with about 1:19 left. Might need to get a first down there depending on the timeouts that early calls here. But that should be pretty close to a ball game.
Thanks to W&W AFCO Steel for being the sponsor of this broadcast tonight. We hope you've enjoyed it. We get ready for playoffs to begin across the state for a lot of classifications.
I said I want to thank just Concho Sports for inviting me to come out here. I won't be able to make the playoff game next week, maybe the week after, depending on how the Hawks do. But, Darren, I've truly enjoyed it with you.
Hey, man, I've enjoyed this too.
Yeah, this has been a fun thing for me to get back into it, be around my old alma mater. But again, the Hawks going to have a good test next week. Hopefully, if they can get in past that week, I can have a chance to get back out here again. But I've truly enjoyed working with you and the crew and the staff here at Concho Sports. And like I said, it's been a fun event and fun new thing to do. And I know regardless next year, I want to be back up here with you
Absolutely.
again.
I hope we can work again. I think it's great working with you, man. You make me sound much better.
My wife will tell you I talk too much, or my clients will tell you I talk too much as it is. This is a great way for me just to get it all out. I have learned, though, when I leave here, for whatever reason, I drive home in silence. I think I've talked so much. The radio's not on. Catch me. I don't even turn anything on. I just go and drive home because I think I've been talking too much the whole time.
You left it all on the field.
That's right.
Man.
That's right.
Yeah, man, it's been great. I hope we can do this again. I enjoy working with you. There's some people you just work with and you click, and that's great.
No, that's definitely the way it's been here. Hawks still trying to get a first down. A minute 12 to go. Early use their one of their timeouts.
2nd and 6. Haskins, keeper around the left side. Haskins turns on the Jets, gets around the corner, past the 30-yard line.
And that'll do it. I said earlier, trying to find a little chance right there, a little bit of time. Just pretty much a quarterback lead or lead stretch, however you want to call it. Gets on the edge. Again, I love seeing kids block downfield. Haskins does a great job holding on to the ball. Gets the first down. Hawks should be able just to take a knee and pretty much get out of here with a win tonight. Not the cleanest win that we wanted to see with the turnovers and things like that, but a very competitive game, which was just good work for them going into the playoffs versus Boyd next week.
Clock is at 45. Speaking of Hawks, a large winged creature, I don't know what it was, hit my windshield on the way here at full speed and scared me to death.
That would do it.
I'm surprised it didn't bust. I mean, it came out of nowhere. I don't know what wing thing it was.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that happening for you.
30 seconds, 31 seconds. Clock is stopped. The Horns are going to call a timeout. A Berkshire Hathaway Home Services timeout. We'll just keep it here. What do you say?
Yeah, like I said, I'm curious. Might be talking about the kids and the players, what to expect here with 31 seconds and brag on them. The coach knows it's out of hand right now, but talk his kids up, finish your class, play well. That's on both sides of the ball. And I'll give you that, Coach Price, and don't know who he is and what he's done. He's built a great program. His kids have played tough, clean football, both sides of the ball. His kids have done extremely well. And again, hats off to Early and the Longhorns. Good luck to them next week and whoever they're playing in the playoffs as well. Looks like they're going to take a knee here, but they're going to have some success hopefully next week, but if not, next year for sure.
Possible playoff streams coming up on conchosports.com. Be checking our social media, Instagram, Facebook. Be looking to see what we're going to be doing. But you need to be back in 2 weeks with us, folks. Odessa Permian is at San Angelo Central Friday, November 20th at 7, live on Concho Sports Network. Great rivalry, and that's going to be a lot of fun. This one's going to wrap up as the last 7 seconds will tick off of the clock. And we'll shake hands and head to the playoffs. Take care of Boyd next week. That's going to do it. The final score, the Wall Hawks 19, the Early Longhorns 7. We'll be back with the Wall Hawk postgame show after this on Concho Sports Network.
Life, with its many stages. From the "my little one has just arrived" stage to the "I have arrived" stage. From the first home you'll ever buy to the one home you'll have forever. No matter where you find yourself in life, your forever agent will be there. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. For you, for life.
W&W AFCO Steel is one of the largest fully integrated fabricators of highly engineered structural steel components in North America. We are now hiring welders and fitters for our San Angelo division. Come join our team and apply today at 614 Art Street.
Best Tech Supply is a proud sponsor of Concho Valley Football. I invite you to stop by our new location at 4512 Adobe Drive for all your herbicide, insecticide, fertilizer, and outdoor power equipment needs. Bestex also carries a large selection of Green Mountain grills and K2 coolers for all your tailgating events. For knowledgeable advice of your lawn and landscaping, as well as service of your outdoor power equipment long after the sale, call us here at Bestex, 653-1300.
For a healthy lawn and landscape, visit Best Best Tech Supply or besttechs.com.
We all want to get back to the way things used to be. Going to concerts, cheering for our teams in a packed stadium, dancing the night away with our friends. But if we truly want things to go back to the way they were, we need everyone to come together. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Together, we can beat this. Together, we'll get back to the way things used to be.
They should have beat them. Well, that wraps it up for the regular season as the Wallhawks defeat the early Longhorns by a score of 19-7. Darren Prater and Chad Curry here. Thanks to W&W AFCO Steel and all of our sponsors for bringing this broadcast to you. We've certainly enjoyed it. Here's the way it went down. First quarter, 3:48 to go in the first. It was Haskins doing a great job starting at quarterback tonight. And from inside the 1 yard line, he got in to make it 6-0 Hawks. The 2-point conversion was no good. That's where it stayed. Then Kai Herbert from 10 yards out. Again, they try for 2. It's no good, 12-0, heading into the second half. In the third quarter, Kai Herbert went over 50 yards on a pick 6. And it was 19-0 after that with the extra point good. Early did get on the board. Jackson Price from 2 yards out, and the sophomore quarterback gets the touchdown. Extra point good. And that's where we ended up, 19-7 in favor of the Wallhawks as we head toward the playoffs. So what do you think they need to work on? What's good and what needs improvement?
Well, you know, we talked about they made some changes on the offensive side of the ball, moving some guys around, providing more rest for their players, especially offense and defense. But we knew because of that, you got to make sure everything's kind of clicking and working. Tonight, some turnovers showed up from some senior players, which is not normal for them. And so I think the main thing for them, number one, is hopefully being fully healthy next week. We had a couple guys get banged up. We know that. But number two, protecting the ball on the offensive side. Defensively, they're playing lights out. The one drive that Early had, that was versus the younger players for Wall to get those guys some experience. For the most part, though, they pretty much held Early to a not a lot of yards, not a lot of plays. And so the defense has got to continue into the playoffs, and defense will carry you a lot longer. As people like to say, defense travels, and so it's going to travel and keep going. Offensively, just taking care of that ball, making sure they limit the mistakes that they've had, the penalties, the turnovers, things of that nature for it, and that'll keep them going strong and hopefully deep into the playoff run.
So 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions tonight for the Hawks, 4 turnovers. 2 interceptions tonight for Early. One of them led to Kai Herbert's pick 6. Early Longhorns go into the playoffs, and again, a lot of sophomores, a lot of young kids on this team. Good quarterback that's a sophomore, coach's kid. They have a lot to look forward to.
They do. I look back up on who I believe their playing is going to be Brock or center point, which is neither one's going to be very good. I'm pretty sure of what I could tell just on line real fast. It's going to be Brock. So next week's going to be an extremely tough challenge. But again, the best thing about that playoff is you get to enjoy a week of playing extra football. I mean, that's just bonus football, and you earned it. You earned it back from August when you started, or the summer, or your off-season workout. So they earned that right. They need to go enjoy that next week, and whatever they're going to do is going to keep building for them, not only for football, but it'll help them build for basketball, baseball, everything else this year, but it'll help come right back around for their football season next year.
So 7-3 is the official win and loss for the regular season as the Hawks get ready to travel to my hometown. They're also green, so wear your green.
There you go.
I have a feeling Hawk fans travel pretty well.
They do. It's a great, not only the football team, the band, everyone else. It'll be a great culture and community all coming out there to support each other, and that's what you love about the small schools just everywhere. And so it'll be a great opportunity for everyone to not only just football next week, but the band, the administration, the cheerleaders, the support staff, everybody be able to participate that in a fun playoff week next week.
We'll remind you, keep up with that social media for Concho Sports Network. We might have a surprise or two for you as far as the playoffs go. And don't forget to join Concho Sports Network on the 20th for Odessa Permian visiting San Angelo Central. That's always a good rivalry game. Permian took care of business tonight. They were ahead in the fourth quarter. It's just about over, 45-7 over Odessa High over the Broncos. And Central winning again, 54-31 over Midland. So the Bobcats looking good. We can run down some other scores if you want to, see what's going on in the area.
No, absolutely. With a minute 44 left, Wiley is up on Wichita Falls 44-14. Cristobal's going to win the district championship. I think they clinched it last week, but they're going to win it by beating Miles 50-6. Erie County ends up separating from Eden 54-38. Rock Springs beating Menard 38-14 in the third quarter. Rochelle looks like they're going to go out with a win 71-38 over Mullen. Blackwell and Lorraine are both tied 44-44 with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. You got to love that six-man football for it along the way. Looks like Holly is beating Forsan 14-8. Reagan County is beating Stanton 28-18. Baird's beating Gorman 44-14. Breckenridge is going to looks like they're going to pull off the win 42-0 over TLCA. Ozona is going to win is up 14-0 over Johnson City. Water Valley's beating Paint Rock 60-0. The Cisco score, again, one of our great fans told us since that has a lot of kids out, but Cisco's going to win 48-6. Ballinger won theirs 42-0. Bangs, 76-23 versus Brady. That's a large score right there.
Goodness.
Looks like May's going to beat Lingville 61-6. Mason's going to get their win in as well, so doing fantastic.
I wanted to thank Luke Lipsey's dad, who helped load some equipment and help do some of the grunt work to get us set up and everything, and that's very, very nice. And we're proud of Luke as a player, and thanks to nice folks like his dad for helping us out.
Hi, Scott's my stepbrother, so he's a fantastic guy. He's also the one who gave you your glasses last week.
That's the same guy?
It's the same guy.
Oh, man. Okay, now it just dawned on me. All right.
Put together for
well,
it. So.
I've got his glasses. Let me tell you, I give your glasses back if you loan them to me.
I'll make sure I'll get them to him for it. So.
In the same condition he gave them to me. So that was nice. We appreciate it. Some great folks out here. Thanks to Shay Harris. He runs this outfit, and he works very, very hard. And I'd just like to thank him for giving us the opportunity to do this, because I've wanted to do it for a long time. And I appreciate that, man. I really do. It's great working with you.
I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. Like I said, I won't be able to make the playoff game next Thursday, but hopefully Wall continues along that way, and I can get back on here on another broadcast. But if we didn't, I've really enjoyed the opportunity we had, and I'll be excited next year.
So let's we've got our final stats here from the Mathis Law Firm postgame show. Your stats from Wingstop on Knickerbocker Road. Total yards, 321 to 249. Looked a little better for early overall as opposed to halftime. Passing yards, only 47 for the Hawks, 194 for the Longhorns, 274 on the ground for the Hawks, 55 for the Horns. And then the 4 turnovers for the Hawks, 3 for the Longhorns. That's 3 instead of 2. So got to work on those, but all in all, not a bad night. Getting ready to take on Boyd in By District from good old Dublin, Texas. Next Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Wall fans, be there. And be sure and keep up with our social media. You never know. We appreciate you, man. Great working with you. I wish we could do this for another 10 weeks. I really do.
I've enjoyed it as well. Great night for football. Again, you came out with a win. Excited for the Wall Hawks. Excited for them going forward.
And you never know what could happen. This is a good football team.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the great thing about football. You get one night a week. Turnovers, things like that happen. But Wall's a good team. They're going to get themselves a couple wins. Hopefully, a lot more heading in the future for it. But great night tonight.
And thanks to the Wall School District, the administrators, everybody for being so accommodating. We do appreciate it. That's going to wrap it up for us. 19-7, Wall wins it, heading into the playoffs. I'm Darren Prater for Chad Curry and everybody here at Concho Sports. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Good night, everybody.
Football on Concho Sports Network is presented by W&W AFCO Steel. Football on Concho Sports Network is also brought to you by the following: Mathis Law Firm, Shenanigans, Texas Bank, Schur's Landscape Company, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, West Texas Rehabilitation Center, Best Tex, San Angelo To Go, Gandy Inc., VGI Technology, Brentwood Family Fellowship. Thank you for watching this exclusive production of Concho Sports Network.